I would die for this beat.
Alderman, set the beat off flow. Whoa. Alderman, set the beat off flow. Whoa.
Hello, friend.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Time is a ticking, folks. We'll be soon closing registration. It's set to a timer. It'll be closing soon. I should start to set a or set to start at 7:37, right?
35, but I don't have to start the bracket. So.
Okay. I'm like, we all are going to. I'm gonna play a little video.
What's going on, everybody? This is Money Match Gaming. I am the Infinite, and I'm here to talk a little bit about how Smash GG works and the general settings for our general events. So with that said, you're going to see both sides, a little bit of the admin side, a little bit of the player side. It can't be helped. I have to do this somehow and also give you guys the content you need in order to have the greatest event and greatest experience ever. So with that said, I'll go ahead and start this test bracket. It'll all start great. I'm going to refresh here. From here, I'm going to go to where it's just, this is the easiest way to go ahead and explain everything. Go to your profile settings. From your profile settings, go down to tournaments, then go down to attending. In this situation, you'll need to sometimes clear the filters to get what you're looking for. In this case, we are looking for test 3. That's the test bracket. So I can show you guys how today's event works. Here you'll see the auto DQ. This portion right here tells you how long you'll have to check into your event before you're auto DQ'd. You can click view match, or you can go to the view bracket section. Just for this situation, I think it's best to do view bracket. You'll click your match. You'll go ahead and check in. Now, you won't be able to see the other person's tasks and things of that nature, but you're going to see them here, so ignore that. Up here, we'll show you the general tabs that shows you how everything's working and so on and so forth. And, you know, who's checked in, who's arrived, all those different types of things. This is your general chat thing. As you can see, I've reset the bracket a few times to go ahead and get this video perfect. So let's go to the fake participant here. We'll check him in as well. We'll go ahead and it tells you to set up your arena details in the chat. So here you'll have to click that tab and have a conversation about who sets up the lobby and all that other stuff. And from there, you'll go ahead and create a lobby. I'll show you guys how to do that here shortly after I get with this basic understanding of Smash GG, and we'll go from there. So we'll assume that we've done that, you know, and then we'll shelve that to a little bit later. Both players have to do that before you guys can move on. This system will generally prompt you to do everything along the way, so you don't have to think too hard about things. Now, it's telling you to select a character for game 1. We're just going to click one character and get it started. I'm going to choose a different one because they can't both be the same. Awesome. Now it says it's my turn to strike one stage. So I'll strike one stage. My opponent will strike 2 stages, as you can see there. Let's do these 2. And then it'll be back to me. I'll strike one final stage. We'll do that one, which determines our location. You can see all the information that you need to see about what the general setup is, what characters we're playing, and the stage we've chosen. We'll go ahead and set up that lobby. We'll be in that lobby. We'll go ahead and start our match. And, you know, hey, I got to choose that I win. So I win. It'll ask both players to verify that information. So I verified it by selecting that I won. He verified it by saying, yes, that's the correct score. And now it says that I am responsible for banning a stage. So I'll go back to my point of view. And I will ban Lilac Cruise again. Opponent choosing stage. So now my opponent from those stages would choose his stage. We'll go there. Awesome, great. Now it's my turn to choose a character. And again, we wouldn't do this flip-floppy. It's just that I'm an admin and I'm doing both parties at once, just so you guys have an understanding of how it works. We'll choose the same characters. I'll win again. This process will be a little bit longer because most sets in Money Match Gaming's tournaments are best of threes. But so from there, you know, I'll submit it. He'll be asked to verify it. I'll verify it. Yay, I won. It'll ask me to confirm it one final time. If you don't do this, the bracket takes a little bit longer to do, so please be sure to confirm it. Confirm. Confirm on both ends. Awesome. This was completed. We're all the way done. The bracket is moved on. I can go ahead and close this right here, and you'll see that we've moved on. That's generally how that works. From here, I'll go and talk a little bit about how the general breakdown of the rules, which isn't that complicated, but we'll get to it. So we'll go here. I'll open it up from here. I'll do online play, go to Smash, Battle Arenas. I'll create a lobby. So these are the general rules that you can see. So this doesn't matter too much. It'll be public, it'll be one-on-one, and we'll go into the general rules. So if you haven't created this rule set yet, you will have to, but for the sake of us just walking through the process, let's get it done. So we'll edit this one just so you can see what it looks like on the inside. This is a stock style. There's 3 stocks. The time limit is 7 minutes. Final smash meter is off. Damage handicap is off. Items are set to none. Random stage selection, not that it matters much, but it's set to none at the moment. Advanced, hazards off, team attack off, launch rate 1, score can be on or off, it doesn't matter to me. Damage, yes, but that could be on and off as well. And bam, we have those settings saved. Those rules are selected. This doesn't matter too much. Hit the Y button a little bit. The amount of players in your lobby can affect, your internet connection, so please be aware of that. A lot of these other things don't matter too much, so we'll go ahead and get it started. I have the password selected because I don't want anybody just to join my lobby. And we will test away. Okay, the password will be 1 in this case. Create my arena. So my lobby is created. Now, if you're super unfamiliar with how these arena settings work, this will give you the general information for your lobby. Just go to this top ring here, click that. In the top right, you'll go ahead and see the ID and the password for today's event. I'll even do a little something fancy and circle it here. This is the ID for your room. That is the password that you selected for that. You'll need to give that information within, you guessed it, in your chat information, and you guys will be able to have your match, and it'll be great, grand, awesome. We'll all smile and laugh, and life continues on. But that is generally how our events work. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask an admin. Hopefully this has been helpful, but if there's something else you don't understand, please be sure to let us know. Until next time, guys.
Well, with that said, I can go ahead and get the bracket ready. I have a little announcement ready in our Discord. So I hope you guys are ready for the fun, for the action.
Yeah, ready for action.
All right, starting bracket, ladies and gentlemen, NFT Weekly number 2, beta, whatever you want to call it, but it's time to get it going, time to have a good time, time to play some Smash.
Time to play some Smash. Yeah, so if that was confusing to you, all you're saying is the bracket is started. Bracket is started. If you are competing in today's event, please check into your matches on smash.gg. You can be again checking into those matches. Admins will be looking for matches that have begun slash been checked into to choose what we will have on stream first. For our winner side of bracket, or the first streams on bracket today, we generally like to keep it to the winner side of things, go all the way through winner side. After we've completed the winner side of bracket, we'll take a look at losers where it's at and push our way through to the grand finals set. So what that said, right now, let's well, I'm gonna make the arena, and then I believe the Infinite it just started the bracket. You can find that. And yeah, we're gonna find a nice little set for us.
Braxton versus Silent. We starting off hot.
Oh, okay then. Okay then. Again, look. We saw it. You saw we tethered for you. Tethered for you. Got it all turned off. I ain't watching. Shh. I ain't watching nothing. I'm bored. Bored in the house. I'm in the house bored.
Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
You're bored in the house, bored in the house, you're bored. I'm like, yeah, that would have been the school table beat, though. You know what I'm saying? That would have been the beat. Oh my God, I commented that at this little thing. This dude was being one of my little pupils did like a little drum video thing, and I was like, oh man, I was like, I feel like he would kill a lunch table session. And I was like, do they still got lunch table sessions? I don't know. They used to crack down on us enough. I don't know. Y'all might have gotten like, maybe we should just leave the pens and pencils alone. Smash it. Trying to switch your audio here.
Maybe. And then it begins again.
Oops. Try.
Oh, you do have the lobby. Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, we got the lobby there.
Okay.
Got the lobby there.
I need to give that to him, friend. Let's see.
Let me make that nice and big for you guys over here.
Yeah. That's what I need. That's what I need.
He likes it when it's nice and legible.
I was expecting girthy, you know,
legible.
but
legible.
But I respect that more.
It's nearsighted, poor guy.
And I'm a little echoey on stream.
Oh, you know what that is, player.
You know what that is, player?
There, that is, player.
Hey.
As the Fonz would say. What you said.
I know it's off topic, but I don't think we talked about it last time. You see that Halo? That Halo trailer?
I have not been able to watch the trailer
Hey,
yet.
come on, guy.
I know though.
Hey, guy. That's our childhood, man.
I pain inside though.
It actually looks a little live. I'm not gonna lie.
I pain inside. I said, oh, I was letting Bay know though, because I was like, okay, look, because like I was thinking about the Halo and stuff. Like I'm like, I gotta watch the Halo shit. But then I was like, oh, she'd probably like E3 too, because like, you know, she want to know what games are coming out and stuff. I'm like, you know, they might have some fun little adventure games and shit like that you get to, you know. But this is where we find out the fire.
Yeah,
this is where the fire comes out.
Breath of the Wild 2, yeah? She liked Breath of the Wild, right?
Exactly, yeah. Somebody was like, yeah, as a Zelda fan, they blew my socks off. And I was like, ooh, she gonna like that. I got
ooh, she gonna like that. But you know me, man. You know, they're bringing out cosmetics, you know, they got the helmets right. You know, the grappling hook and multiplayer actually looks a little fire. It looks like you can pick up guns with your grappling hook. So you can blast somebody, grapple hook the gun, blast somebody else. I was like, oh boy.
That does sound like fire.
Dude, they were grappling hooking like banshees and jacking them from the. I was like, okay, all right. I was mad at first because I was like, man, they could just do the jackpacks, but I was like, I could do that. I could do that. I'm with that. I'm with
Oh
that.
yeah, because I'm like, yeah, I prefer the. Oh, so there's no jetpack.
I mean, I still prefer the jetpack.
I like that there's less jetpacking because I'm like, games get too jetpacky. It was like it's okay,
Games
but
get too jetpacky. Never,
jetpacky.
never, bro.
You want to make this type of we'll just like a we float and shoot game. I'm like, ugh, that's not. Yeah, I think it's away from what it is. Is how I felt about it. I'm like, you still got some elements, but it does get away a little bit. Become this float shooter, dynamic game. Anyways, here we go into our first match of the day. It is Breakson versus. I'm sorry, how do you say his name? Silent. We don't have that in English. It's like a new English name. All right, let's check these two out. Got a Lucina and one of the friendliest puffs you'll ever see. Oh man, I know Rainbow is a Breakson fan, so shame they're not here today, or yet. Hopefully we keep Breakson until Rainbow is able to do. Ooh, Jesus, gotta hate the tip taps for that. Really, was that a back air? Ooh, taking the knee on cap. Out. Puff, a little conservative there. Did not like the knee. You guys, you get in the commentary. Let me stop. Okay. Even matchup. I like it. Even matchup. I'm like, yeah, we're in each other's faces right now. Just a lot of oof. A lot of face play. A lot of forward air. Trying to keep that advance. Oh, did it? Yeah, he backed way off. Like, yeah, I know what I did here. I've seen this before. I'm sure if some of those forward airs were there, I feel like they were just straight up misses versus the opponent even dodging them. Like a little. Is he playing mechanic? I'm gonna say very dangerous situation for the Lucina where she could lose the battle in any moment, but at the same time would be able to turn the tides a bit and somewhat even things out. What a moment in the game. I think that was a hot moment. Can you survive this though? Not against McFloaty. These up. A-Town down. Something like that. Alright, the Puff's gonna take first round. Be the human? Nay. We be but men. Rock. And then they scream, Have you never seen this? The guy doesn't know. He doesn't know Tenacious D. He doesn't know it's Tenacious D. He's still okay. He's scum, but he's okay.
Talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Problems in the background, player. Trying
Solve
to do
those
my job,
problems.
my admin job,
Yeah.
and you over here, no, player. But yeah, I don't know Tenacious D. You right. Yeah, you
Wow! Stop! Ouch! You weren't supposed to. Yes, that hurts. Ah, painful. That's so painful. Jesus. You gotta learn about that Wonder Boy and the secret of the power. Oh, Wonder Boy. What is the secret of Lucina's power? I wonder, boy. Oh, man. I'm like, is he going to finish this combo? It's getting ruthless. We're at 60 damage. I mean, I'd take down this Puff. Ooh. I feel like after Michelle Obama got that dunk. It's like, you got a little, oh, that was good. That was good. Damn. So don't stun on me. Yeah, it's really just this unstoppable forward air. Like, what do you... Yeah. Is he just deciding, yo, your spacing is not there, so I'm just going to unstoppable forward air you? Is that what he's... And it is some shit, too, because that's pressure. That's consistent pressure. What do you do? Wind up on the screen. On that fat owl. I'm just going to keep doing old references. Y'all gonna be like, damn, how old are you? Shut your mouth. Congratulations, Breakson. Quick 2-0 with Lucina. We do have a loser's bracket, Silent, so don't be discouraged. Hopefully we see you again later in bracket. Bracket, 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 bracket. Right, let's see. What else do we have here? Let's pop up in our admin database of sets that we want. Some other round ones still taking place. Let's do a checkup on things. Both FD and Trots is a 1-0 situation.
We could do.
What's up in there?
We could do Virgo and MCAT.
Ooh, yes, this would be good.
As that was the situation that I was trying to fix.
What was wrong with it?
MCAT didn't sign in the last second.
Oh, like sign up?
Well, you know, check in. So I was like,
Ah.
all right, yeah, sure, I can reset it. And then Virgo checked in last second. So then I was like, hey, I'm going to reset your round one. There you go. Now you informed. Now you know. He knows, y'all. He knows.
I thought this is gonna be his fire set here. I was not expecting to see this so early. We don't have the largest bracket today either. Most of these competitors will be having to go against each other within round 2 or 3. You're gonna run into some pretty quick heat. Some pretty quick heat. And fire's in the oven. The oven's no good. So like, what kind of song is that? It's my song. It's my song. So what are we doing here today? While we have you guys and while we have this little break here. So this is NFT Weekly, new tournament that we're doing here at Money Match Gaming in place of our King of the Hill event, which is our regular Wednesday scheduled event. So instead of that, we've been doing King of the Hill, or not, excuse me, NFT Weeklies. Starting last week with our Alpha event, this week is our Beta. And the special thing about NFT Weekly is that this event is actually commemorated via NFTs on the Wax blockchain. So this is like a cousin, sister chain of EOS. So anyways, it's a blockchain, high tier blockchain, eco-friendly blockchain. Love to stick that in the artist's face. Where we mint the NFTs for this event and commemorate things. So as an example, here is last week's commemorative NFT for the event. We have an arcade cartridge featuring a QR code to last week's event, as well as data capturing the event itself, the number of participants, the prize pool, the event name, link to the event, etc. And on the back side of the NFT, because this baby is a card, we actually have the top 8 standings for the event. And in the small data, who they lost to even. So nice bit of information broken down into our prize card. And that is just for the commemoration of the event. We also do have trophies that went out. They look very similar to this boy right here, but imagine this in gold, bronze, silver, depending on your placement and your participation in our event. So that's what we're working for. These two just jumped into it. So without any further ado, let's go. This one's this $35. It's $35. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Ain't seen nothing yet. Oh. I feel like you don't see a whole lot of Palantenas anymore. What's this person's name? Oh, it's empty. Got his head. It's like, that's not Battle Bugs. Like, what the fuck is this fucking Palantena?
It's MK.
MT Cat, yeah.
And I mean, he has been.
Yeah, I'm like, that. No, never mind. I'm like, that's one. Yes, okay. I'm like, there's just not a whole bunch. Just like you see that Battle Pup. You see, I'm like, that would be funny. Why were they both about to come out? Like, who is the other big Palantena I'm thinking of? There's like two, three more.
And per usual, he ain't playing nice.
Not playing fur. Gonna take that first set. First game, excuse me. I like to call it that. Set. Dougal would be happy to be out of the room. She's like, he's making me it's just staring at me like you should lay down. So I'm gonna lay down.
So,
Gotta want to.
Stream Master, the boss man for tonight, Virgo
Yes.
would like to play off stream. How do you feel, brother?
Oh, would you, Virgo? I mean, sure. If you guys like to, we're not gonna disqualify previous set because timer looked fine and stuff like that. I would also consider that unless But we'll allow it. We'll allow it. Come down to the top 8. I think we'll be a little bit more strict with it, where we'll need to actually see something affecting stuffs. But I know how it can be sometimes. Oh man, it's like, no man, I'm trying to be frame perfect Luigi, and I feel like I hear you.
We do care for the competitiveness of our events, and we do the best that we can.
Tell him.
But the people do want entertainment. Also,
They want.
Also, I'll add that the NFTs that you guys saw were all created by Smurf, the one and only. I definitely want to make sure that you guys understand he deserves the credit, he deserves the praise, and some of the advancements that we're making here at Money Match Gaming are all due to this man's hard work. So slow clap for the man's, for the one, the only. Smurf that.
Yeah, that was the dance that I decided to give you guys today. You're welcome. Yeah, we'll do these things for fun. It's fun. Other people, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of fun with it, and other people are having fun with it. Instead, other people are having fun with you guys' results, which is really cool, in my opinion. When you have a tournament, you fight and stuff like that, and then other people are like, BJ card, huh? I'm gonna grind up to this BJ card. I might buy some other things so that I can get it. Like, it's kind of cool.
So, I think I got our next match, which will be Bind versus Selkie. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I mean, you know me, man. You know me, all right? It could be completely and
It looked
utterly...
like it might be a Selkie. It might look like it might be a Selkie. Like,
Oh!
I almost want to praise you, but then I'm like, yeah, exactly. That smile that you just put on your face right there.
It's
you guys
probably
don't
wrong.
look at this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at him.
It's probably
look at
wrong.
him. We can't let him get too many of those. But yeah, I do believe without me. Let's go again. I'm like, I haven't looked at it since I brim past it. I'll look at it one time and be like, it's obviously Sarah.
Hey man, I do my best not to talk about juice spilling stuff. All right, my best. All right.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow. I don't even care.
You do care.
Okay.
You do
Okay.
care.
I don't care.
But that's the same thing. I don't know why I'm bad at it. Sometimes you're just bad at things, and that's just something. School didn't do right by me. What can I say? So let's take a look at these moderations. What they doing? So we got a min-min for the win-win and a snake. Now I'm not gonna sleep on it because we saw what the Smabros min-min could do to a snake, and it wasn't nice. I was like, oh, he out here memeing, and he like, nah, this ain't a meme.
Yeah.
This ain't a meme, mother. I'm
This ain't no joke.
this ain't no game.
These ain't jokes. I'm playing jokes out here. I'll be like, I'm retired and stuff like that. I just don't I'm gonna come out here and sheesh. It's like, bro. It'd be funny as fuck. Dude, hit me over in the morning. This market though.
Right.
You try to lose some sex? Bro.
So Smile will send us pictures of what he spends his money on after he wins. So we'll get pictures of hamburgers and fries. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro. This $5 meal. I had to search for it.
Yeah, it's always
It's right
funny
here.
too because he came in second last week, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know I got a prize." And then I was like, "Yeah," and I sent it to him. He was like, "Oh, it's double what I usually make. I ain't even mad." And I was like, "Come on."
All right, this next set though. Here we go. Bind versus Selkie. And Bind is the Snake Bin, as you see by their tag, and Foxfire is Selkie. Man, liking the patience from this Min Min's approach. It's going to be a lot of trouble for Bind as this continues. They're doing a great job of slowing the match down from that initial damage, though. Because it was looking, I was like, oof. Is it, are you, I don't know if I'm... Will Min Min forget about the Claymore? It's right there. Oh, he got impatient. I feel like he waited a little longer. Maybe she would just go into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right then, where, you know, where she got that kill at, that was where the Claymore was. Ugh, wow, a really quick stock. This is unbelievable. Minions. And she came out in the Polly Pocket pink, though. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be over. Yeah. Like any hit now. Ouch. A 3 stock. That was Selkie.
Stuff out here.
Again, that's only round 1 in this set. We gotta see what they got. See what they got. You know what I'm saying? They might have a little sun for spirit up. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah. I have faith. I think yeah, I think, you know, good things will happen. Certainly. We certainly won't get another 3 stock. That's what's not gonna happen. We're going to Pokemon Stadium 2 again.
Your voice is too monotone. I'm like, that sounded real sarcastic, bruh. You gonna be that foul today?
No. I just, you know, and they're off. It's match time, y'all. It's match time. We gotta watch the match. Just realize here. I'm gonna feed the birdie. Feed the birdie. Wow. Alright, but we do have the annoyance out. The one, you know, dude. I'm gonna save it for after this match. Then we have to talk about this thing. This one thing. Got me. You know, like J-Lo. We gotta talk about this one thing. Wait, that's J-Lo, right? Yeah. Can still be a battle. Yep. I'm like, we need about 3, 4. You can do it the classy way with skill, or you can just be Steve. Throw some cards at her. Don't stop. Yeah, what are you doing? Throw those cards. I don't know why you're taking all this damage. My man, you gotta learn to run backward and throw card. There you go. There you go. Worker. So disgusting, bro. It was like some of the most disgusting play in Smash to me. I'm like, bro, they really be winning games off of just throwing the fucking cart. That's it. Just be like, yeah, if you just keep doing this, eventually, doesn't matter how good the opponent was. Like, what was it like? Who was it that just got like swerved on in a clip? Oh my god, it's like a top player. I forget who the fuck it was, like Rickles or something like that. Just got swerved by a Steve. Just doing like only, it was like only cart.
This dude.
It was something so stupid. It was literally, that was it. It's like one thing. They did like one move. And they were like, this top pro was just like, what the fuck? Can't get through. But damn. Excuse me. We can't be talking about others. This is Selkie time. Let you guys see it as it happens. Selkie clearing the board. Did you confirm it yet? Oh, I want to view it. Damn, they too quick for me. They too quick for me. They rude. That's okay.
We got Brexon again.
Ooh.
As that was the next one to go live.
All right. Yeah, so
you can give
yeah,
me
the
a guess
Brexon
at that name though. You gonna give a guess at that name?
Oh yeah, give me a second. That Brexon match is in a winners quarterfinal. I'm pretty sure it's spelled better somewhere else. Like right now, it looks like Enath.
Okay. I would
say Enath.
Innate.
I would say Enath. Like, say the name, or I'll squirt you with these water. I have been born in the 90s. Chances, especially if you had obviously young kids on Twitter. But they're like,
Man.
yo, why is this? Yo, Steve was like a legit perfect ad, and like, you know, like that's like a fire. But like, who is this guy even? And it's like, dude, how could you say that? Like, you can't know Steve and then not and be like, yeah, I play fighters. Like, you don't. Like,
I'm a veteran.
Stop it.
It's like the only thing, because I only saw the beginning of you starting to argue people on Twitter, and I was like, and they were like, yeah, man, it's not even popular, and I was like, it really is the beginning
It really
of party
is.
games. It really is. It's the roots. Like, if they were to make a documentary, Tekken would be in it, and he would probably be talked about.
Yes. I'm like, come on, man. I was like, it got me hype. I was like, oh, what other Tekken people going to It's like, we don't really need a bunch, but you know, different types of fighters and stuff. I was like, are they going to put Mortal Kombat in here? We going to get some Soul Cal? Can we get Nightmare?
Yeah, Nightmare would be dope. Nightmare would be extra dope.
They would add Nightmare, and people would be like, who is this generic ass knight? This ain't the night I wanted. For real now. They're like, this ain't Shovel Knight.
Oh, it's like completely off topic, but it'd be funny.
Well, it started because of the Steves, though.
Yeah.
It started because of these damn Steves. Anyways, yeah,
Gets
breaks
Goofy
about
from
to.
Kingdom Hearts here.
Dude.
It would. That would be so legendary, though. I'm not
It
gonna
would.
lie.
It would. It would be legendary, and that's like what they were saying. They wanted more. I'm like, I understand the argument of like, yeah, we want more like this piranha plant type of like shit, and I'm like, feel you, but at the same time, it's pretty legendary that like, what are you're missing Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat. Like, what are you missing right now? It's
Some killer.
you got a lot of
Like, yeah, there's
killer
lots of
instinct.
things.
You can
You
add.
got a lot.
of like straight up fighters. There's only so many other fighters like for individual
Stone.
characters. Power Stone.
You
Sounds
don't
like a
remember
big-
Power Stone?
No, I never have Power Stone.
Dreamcast?
Nope.
Boy, arcade used to transport into planes and such. Oh man.
I'm gonna say that's not a legendary fighter.
Boy.
I'm gonna have to pipe it. I don't have to play the legendary fight. I'm just like, look, there's plenty I haven't played. But like, I walked past the machines. I considered renting that game. I watched other people play them. You just know though that you fight.
And to be honest, his trailer was pretty hard. This boy was throwing fighters off the edge of a volcano, off a
Threw
cliff.
Ganon off
Yeah,
though.
the
I was
first time.
like, who fucked Ganon up? Hold up though, is that Ganon's face? Who fucked Ganon?
And he
up?
was completely
And then I was like, oh,
sweet.
oh,
Yeah,
I
he
was like, oh, well, they should see what he be doing in his trailers. Like,
like I
his
just
trailers be kind of lit.
I just like how he was completely asleep. Like everybody knew he wasn't getting up.
Yeah, he was done.
There was no rescue in that story.
Because he got hit with the few jabs, and then he turned around and gave him that back kick. And like,
That's what happened.
Oh my
He-
God.
I was like, this
like
dude.
generic fighter guy. I'm like, dude, he got his own fighting style, man. I'm sorry, y'all gotta play some Tekken. They gotta play some
It
Tekken.
is-
When they see the fighting style like truly coming to Smash, I'm like, okay, it is a different fighting style.
It's just funny because like I don't think anybody who watched that had hope for Ganon. Everybody knew where he was going.
Yo, no, it wasn't no hope for Ganon.
But he just dead. Who killed him? Like that's what it was. That's pretty funny.
Man, wow. I'm kind of enjoying watching this Steve struggle to hit the puff here, because he's an annoying ass character, but this puff is just like, yeah, I can float better than you. On some Mia Hamm, Michael Jordan, it's over. Pow, pow, pow. It was a good commercial. It was a good commercial. More 90s good stuff. And the Wheaties. The Wheaties. Get that box of, that's why Wheaties are a collector's thing. Because, like, a lot of people got their first box of Wheaties with that person on them, and they're like, ugh. Maybe you had 2 boxes of your favorite hero. Let's not eat the second one. Let's just save it. Thus, we have collector's Wheaties. Otherwise, motherfuckers would be collecting Count Chocula, too. Too delicious. Ugh. This team does have some nice movement. It's a shame. It's a shame. Breaks in just 2 float, 2 goat.
I mean, he's down 1 right now. He didn't win that last one.
Son. This is like complete control. Yeah. I'm like this domination right now.
That boy hit it with that Aqua Team Hunger Force. Incineration!
Incineration. I thought about like a whole line of cards. I was like, it'd be funny, like a line of cards that were just like, I was like, honestly, I was like straight up like classic comebacks. I was like, we can start with like Yo Mama, and like you gotta add on, like just like increase the flame.
Classic comeback.
Like the flame just keeps building up, and like the insult gets like higher or something. I was like, that'd be a funny ass like little collection. I'm like, but then like honestly, if you had a bunch of them, you know how to roast somebody. Like, damn, why you always roasting somebody?
That boy. Oh man, that episode was so funny. Incineration. You are the roast master.
So we got here.
So we 1-1.
Dominant performance from Bryson last round. Just looked very controlled, and again, the Steve's movement was. I thought very well. I thought very good. I thought Steve had excellent movement. I thought the ability to to weave in and out. That's what I wanted to call it. I was like, what were they doing? Like it was the weaving. It was the weaving. They were like a little basket maker, selling for $5.50. But it didn't work out. Breakson's this. I hate it. It's like, but it's fair because Steve would be winning with the exact same type of method. Of like, I can do this like 1 or 2 moves and kick your ass. It's like, yeah, my man is out floating you and doing the shit out of that forward air. It's so strong though. Like honestly, you can only take like what, full shield, 2-3 hits of that forward air anyways. Shield broke on third one.
It'd be strong.
It be strong. Oh, yeah, it's like he's gonna punish that though. Damn. Got him. Oh. Probably good to be cautious there. Not get too close to Puff midair, because yeah, Puff could end it on you for getting too close. Yeah, like I don't think you want to do too many of that. Usually Steve's would be throwing out that up smash. I think he's like, yeah, a little bit too much time consuming. This Puff is agile. Straight that's to do. Fuck. Like, would Steve ever come straight down, my man? I like don't see anybody ever come straight down. And Steve doing it is like the straightest you can come down. Versus like the roundest. Interesting. Good job to make it back. Just gotta watch it throwing out these attacks right now. Breakson getting over the top of a lot of it. Let's even this out. Oh, I was waiting for it. He didn't do it last time. I was like, man, did he punish you on one of those, or what's up? You can't get that one? He just wasn't in position. Man, that going through the bubble eventually is ridiculous. Just goes through the bubble. And you can see Breakson like, nah, I'm moving this bubble, it took me anyways, fuck you. Man, down to the wire here. We do not have the control that we had last time. This is a comeback. With little fancy explosions, we got Michael Bay out here. Ooh, used it against him. That's gonna be it. Don't build blocks on me.
Enough with the Steve shenanigans.
In the words of somebody who doesn't like carts, don't tread on me. Carts, tread. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, fine, you guys. Whatever, you guys don't care. Whatever. Tough crowd, tough crowd. Well played by Nate. That was the winner's quarter. Other side looking good right now. Empty Cat versus Aura. We also have Selkie and Castle. Castle up right now versus Selkie. Let's see what we have. Other than that, quarter. We have some losers rounds, but we're waiting, looking, scoping, and wait. While we find this next round, I would like to remind folks that today's tournament, NFT Weekly, not only provides a cash prize pool, but also an NFT prize pool. So if you go to Nifty Blocks, the actual website is, and we post this in our Discord so that you guys don't have to remember it. But C/MMG Discord S1, it has to be a certain number of letters. You can come through here after the event and claim your trophy. Should you happen to place 1, 8th, or top 32 of today's event. So there is one for everybody in today's event, as well as a token NFT. So to be able to claim this, these are locked up, so not just anybody can claim them. To be able to claim this, you do need to go to Money Magic Gaming's Discord server, and in the channel here that we have at the top here, Quest and Bounties currently, we have NFT white listings where you can drop your Wax account address, or Wax address account, same way Izzy has done here, and give us a little bit of information about the event and your name in the event. How do you create one of these accounts? It's super simple. We have a video on YouTube, which I've actually pinned in this channel. If you check the pinned messages, you can view that video right here. It's like a 2-minute video because it's super simple, and I just take my time doing it. You go to wax.io, push create a wallet. It's literally this simple. Mine's gonna be slow today because I do too much stuff. You push create the wallet. I'm going to back out while I do it. It'll ask you to choose one of your social media accounts or an email. Smurf, could you stream my losers match? Yeah, let's see what we have real quick. Make sure. And that's it. You choose your email or social media account, and it'll immediately push you through to the next page and display your new address on stream, or on screen, excuse me. You won't be streaming, I don't think. And it's that simple. It's that simple. And then you can just leave that in that just Discord channel. But it's a matter of, how many clicks would that be? 1, 2, 3. You probably gotta click 4 buttons. You gotta click things 4 times. You don't even have to scroll though. It's like no scrolling. It's up to you. Either way, we'll be commemorating and stuff like that, but those trophies will be there to be claimed. Guys, we've got a losers round 4 versus Innate. What else do we have right now? This empty cat that's already taken off the other winners quarterfinal. Sure, let's get in there. Get in the ring.
He's doing it.
We're gonna do it. I want to add both of them. I want to add both of them. Ah. Does that sound like scary at all? What do you think? Uh-oh. I'm hearing dog noises.
It happened. I knew it. Air versus Castle. I don't know if you mean to be muted.
There we go. She says hi to folks. Oh, there you go. She literally says things.
That's what I hear.
Yes. She's being a good dog again. A good old pup, you know. A pup that likes to run around the house. It's like, where the fuck is my food?
That's all I want. That's all I ask.
You can do it, Kajal. Surpass your limits. Right here. Right now. Damn, okay, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna go out like that though. My boy don't just go out like that. We got another round though. Oof. Like, we did just watch this, Steve. He's not an easy competitor. Getting that movement. So you want me on screen? Omar, is this what you wanted?
And welcome, Rainbow.
Good evening. Good evening. Swooping in to come on to the commentary. How is everyone doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. Bracket's looking good. Bracket's looking fire and fast.
Nice, nice. Hope that everyone who is participating, whether you're just watching or you're here to try to fight it out for some kind of prize. Hope you're all having a great time here today with MMG's second, I believe this is called NFT Weekly or something. Smurf,
Yes.
What is this called?
Yes, it's NFT Weekly.
Gotcha. Yeah, the second one at that. Okay, so far we're seeing a little bit of a. Can I use that? Yeah, I can't use that. Use that there. Okay. There was just something blocking the timer because I wanted to see how exactly Steve got diamond already. Well, if you get diamond that quickly, then that's good. Because then you get very powerful moves. Forward spike killed quite early there. taking out that first stock. And Casual have, usually I feel like they have a little bit of trouble stealing stocks here. So it's not really a big surprise to me that they didn't take the stock immediately, but now they're in a little bit of trouble. They can't be too predictable against speed because he has a lot of ways to wall you out and just combo you and build up a lot of damage, especially when he has the diamond material. So it's a really, really big deal how you play around Steve when he's got a lead like this. Just look at all that damage. Wow. Like, even though the diamond pickaxe broke there, you still have to get that magma block damage. Now you have Casual having 118. Trying to carefully wait out their time to get through. That splat bomb certainly helps them make an entrance. But they're going to exit stage right from that minecart. And that's another stock going to TNNT. I'm sure that they have... I don't know if this is actually their name, so I'll go check after this, but I'm just letting my phone charge up a tiny bit because it's a little low battery right now. So I can't check the bracket fully yet. But now, should be fine. Yeesh. Okay. Punishing that backer on shield with a full F smash right there and just going off. Because they have not fixed their pickaxe, they don't have that right now, so they hit them with their punches right there. Not as much damage that you'll take from that. But TNNT does not have to worry about any of that. They've got their TNT, covers the get up attack, and that should do it right there with that explosion. Sending them off the screen. That'll be game
pains. Game 1. Yep. Wow. All right. I'm like, those two are off. I feel like we should wait. No? One of these two is going to be done any moment. What do you think, Infinite?
Well, the Aaron Castle probably will be a while.
Why? Oh, did they just start? I thought I saw the Good Luck Have Fun like a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Sometime before.
They're 0-1, so maybe.
Yeah, both of these ones are like, yeah, they like, I don't know, they finished their first sets pretty quick, or first matches pretty quickly. So I'm like, yeah, well, wait a second. Oh, damn, Casual exited the arena.
Oh dear, does that mean what I think it might mean?
My art?
No, like I was wondering why they left the arena.
Oh, Casual. Oh, that was 2-0.
Oh, okay. It wasn't updated and I just got here, so I wouldn't have known. That's alright.
Yeah, lo siento.
Take a look at the bracket.
Let's go public here.
I'm coming to make sure it stays live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna jump in the ring.
Yes.
That was a funny one right there. An eighth. Trying to stay in the top.
So I can see from that semis, because you said that Error Castle are fighting against each other. On the other side of winter semis, we've got Empty Cat versus Breakson also taking place. Do you believe? Yeah, that's how that works. Cool. Empty Cat is currently 1-0 over that, and Castle is also 1 over Error. Castle. Castle plays Pyramithra. Okay, cool. Jesus, how do you get a name like this on Smash GG?
I wasn't forced to pronounce it either. So MCAT takes it over Brexen.
Empty Cats
Oh, what did
advancing to top 3 winners.
I say? Oh boy, it wouldn't be right if I didn't get something wrong. And I don't think we said bye to you, Casual.
Oh,
You are
that's
there.
a T.
No, Casual left right after this.
Tina? I think that's pronounced Tina. That's what I'm gathering from the Smash G info, but you can feel free to correct me if you wish. If you are watching and you hear this. Tina looks like the name, I'm not sure. Because I have a banner with actual text that I can read. The corrupted letters weren't doing it for me. Alright. So, not sure what we're gonna have next. It sounds like we might just be waiting on what comes up to winners finals then.
Yes.
Which might be Castle or Error. Yeah, this bracket has been running very smoothly because there's already people on the loser side of top 8.
See, there's
That's-
one set that I'm giving a few minutes for one of the people before we might have to do one of those admin things though. But that would be the first scenario like that today.
Eh. Oh,
Oh,
that is something. Okay.
Periodically. Oh, it's over. Castle did it.
You did it! Alright, you jump off.
Okay, in a second. I'm giving them the info.
Jump off!
Oh, Error plays Sephiroth too now? That's kind of cool.
So per
I've seen
usual,
Error play a lot of characters actually. Like just looking at their Smash GG runs, but like I don't feel like we've seen them a lot on the stream. But just like in this bracket alone, they've already played Ridley, Dark Samus, Banjo, and Sephiroth, and whatever character they played in this set, which I can actually just check right now. And that character would be, or characters, that'd be Young Link and Dark Samus. I was right, he does have a Dark Samus, or they do have a Young Link. Excuse me.
so before we get into it, because me and Smurf talked about it a little bit, but per usual, a new character has come out. Well, not come out, but mentioned.
In and out.
Yes. And what do you think?
Cool.
What do you...
Okay.
Cool.
Says
I don't know
cool.
a lot about Second, but I think it's good that it has representation. So I think it's kind of sad seeing all the controversy that is sprouted from Kazuya being announced to Smash. But people are having arguments about what to call fighting game characters in Smash. Just like honestly, I feel like if people want to fall back on their own ignorance rather than admit that they're wrong about something and see, people are like, oh, I want to say it like this because I've always said it like this, rather than admitting that, oh, this is wrong. So let me say something else. But like, we won't get into that. We won't get into that. Like, honestly, I don't want to get tied up into this stuff. That's just my opinion on that. I think the character is pretty cool. Second deserves rep. It's kind
Clip it!
some of the ways people are reacting to the character, but it's whatever. It happens every time. The way you said this.
It really does. You know, I'm not here to flame or anything like that, but I just wanted to know if you were a little interested in such, and he kind of is a legend. A little bit. It's the roots. It's like the beginning. It's the inspiration that Sakurai pulls from in a lot of situations.
Yes.
And it's like, if you guys don't realize that that's how he kind of approaches some of these situations, then you kind of missing the ball there a little bit.
They never had a PS2.
I'm gassing you up there, Infinite, because you were just telling straight facts right there. Like, Sakurai himself has said it best that inspiration from this came from when he was playing games like Fatal Fury and such. So he definitely drew inspiration from fighting game character representation. And you know how many are represented in like in an about 90 character roster, now we have like 4. So if you're complaining about that, just because you don't want to deal with auto turnaround, I get that. But if you feel like the character doesn't belong, then you kind of just are kind of missing the picture. That's what I'll say to that.
Yeah, and that was my only thing, to where it's like, yeah, I understand that Nintendo has, you know, a hefty roster of characters that they could have chosen from. I understand that there's a lot of things that people want to have representation, but like when Minecraft Steve came out, I wasn't mad. It was like, you know, at the end of the day, like we all know it's a semi-business, and you know, it's like I shouldn't even say semi-business. It's a business. Money moves, and at the end of the day, he's not really that bad of it, you know, in addition, you know, like all around what he represents. You know, Minecraft is still one of the most popular games in the world, and it's like, come on, guys, man. Like, you know, you want to support, you know, Nintendo. You want, you know, things to continue to press on and continue to be worked on. And, you know, its popularity is important.
Yeah. For that reason, it makes a lot of sense that Steve is in the game due to that popularity. And also just, again, Smash is a celebration of gaming at its core. So something like Minecraft Steve fits in perfectly.
Yeah.
Even though the playstyle is very bizarre and it's just out of place, but it definitely works.
And then the last thing I'll say is, you know, I think some of the best fighting games have always been crossovers. And the more crossovers you can add to a game, I think the better it'll be.
Remember when Soul Calibur had Star Wars characters?
Yes.
And I think they also had Link from The Legend of Zelda as well.
They had Yoshimitsu as well.
Yoshimitsu is from what exactly?
Oh, wait. No. Isn't he from Tekken?
Yeah, he's from Tekken.
Like I said, I'm not familiar with Tekken.
Yeah, Yoshimitsu is Tekken.
I know a couple things about Tekken. I've heard Tekken music, and I've heard get ready for the next battle. I've heard that. That's pretty dope. I like that they had that in the trailer, by the way. I noticed that. I heard it immediately.
I'm like, if they throw in some more Tekken fighters, though. Can we get
They're
Eddie?
doing a great job.
Maybe we'll get King next if they do.
I have absolutely no idea what the next rep is going to be, by the way. Considering that the final roster character before DLC was Incineroar, Nintendo can do anything.
Boy, we can live our best lives.
They really went Incineroar for their final character, though. Just imagine people are like expecting something, hyping stuff up, and you get Ken, which is really dope, but then the last character revealed is Incineroar, and you're like, what?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yo.
I digress, though. It would be really cool if we got another Zelda rep. I'm just saying. If the next character is a Zelda rep, let's go, you know?
I kind of thought it was, to be honest, when I saw Ganon getting tossed off. I was talking about that with Smurf earlier. I was like, man, nobody had hope for Ganon. Everybody knew he was dead.
There were so many people who probably saw Ganon, and they just saw Ganon and thought Zelda character. And then you realize where he's like dying, and you're like, oh, what the actual is happening here?
Yeah, there wasn't a moment to where you're like, oh, he's gonna live. He was like, nah, he's done so. But
He
what's
dead. He's going over the cliff.
Right, yeah, it's over. All right.
He's meeting that fiery demise that Bowser meets every game. Now that I think about it, I don't think Ganon's Castle is ever really situated with lava all that much. When I think about all the games that I know, that's interesting. I mean, usually it's a transformed Hyrule Castle, so that would make sense. But yeah, I guess Ocarina of Time could technically be in that league because it has a fiery area. But oh yeah, no. What am I saying? Ganon's Castle in Ocarina of Time is surrounded by lava. Nice. Okay, so anyways, with that silly tangent aside, we got two top tier characters here for this Winners Finals lineup: Palutena versus Pyra and Mithra, represented by Enticat and Castle, respectively. This is, I believe, the first time we have seen Castle What I do know about this player is they're from the same region as Breakson or around that area. Said they were from Chile in their strategy profile. And starting off from MTCat getting that first stock. Pyra has very slow airspeed, and once you can take away that jump, it is very hard for them to recover successfully vertically because the recovery is forced to go down. Unlike some moves where you go up and then down and you can choose if you go down or not, like Cloud for one example, Pyra is not like that. And due to that lack of airspeed, it can be very easy to pick apart with a character such as Palutena with lingering hitboxes. Neutral air, for example, is a great answer for that move. Just for that recovery in general. 81% on Castle still. Having a little bit of trouble getting this open up here. Could be close to finding a stop, however, MTCat dodges out and makes a good retreat to that platform as well to avoid the Flame Nova. Okay, okay. Very close to taking the stock right there. MTCat just misspaced that downer. Still not enough. A little bit of a scaling factor to that up B will do something. Great dash attack, actually. That was a great dash attack. They chose the first option because MTCat committed to a homing projectile, so they could go underneath it and punish it. That was really good. Nice extra hit off of the side B. So far, I'm noticing that Castle is neglecting, or not neglecting, that's not the word for it. There's a stock from forward smash. They are sticking to the Pyra, though. It's showing to be a very effective pick. I'm seeing a lot of footstools out of these side Bs, too. Getting a lot of control off of that. Very useful, very good. Allows you to detect tech chase situations that you can pick apart later or react to now. Stuff like that. Down to 40, that connects at this percent? Wow, okay. Great dodge through, too, avoiding the side B from MTCat. Still trying to take the stock here, but Castle's running away with this so far. A dash attack from MTCat. You burned your jump. Wow, that's so silly. They had the read with that side B on the landing. And Pyra had no jump, so she couldn't do anything about that. Or Castle, he couldn't do anything about that. But, yeah. Still able to pick up that stock with the up tilt. Pretty close game. Great dash grab to catch the dash in from MTCat. Okay. Very smart on MTCat there. They recognize now that Castle is very much willing to throw that up special out anytime you touch that shield, even if it's slightly unsafe. So they space themselves first and then block the incoming attack. Which is very important to keep their stock alive because that move will certainly kill them. Okay. You see MTCat right now just looking for that edge guard, not finding the exact position, but getting kind of close. They're scaring Castle. Wow! That timing on call out was really clean with that down smash right there. Covered a lot of options. I covered jump, roll, and neutral get up, which is exactly what Castle did in that instance. MTCat take game one. Really tight, close game, too. Could say that was a little bit of a comeback from MTCat as well.
What will he see next? He's going to peek at the rest of the bracket.
No, you ain't.
Okay, ready for game two.
No.
I'm just gonna go right back. Honestly, I don't disagree with this at all. This game was very close. Both players had their moments where they were bursting through momentum and could play off of it nicely. Here is game two, already lightly established for MTCat with 64%. That slight whiff gives Castle a slight opening. And now they have some good stage control. They can work off of MTCat's force to shield after using that neutral B so they can get that grab going. Little damage trade here and there. The MG Cat teleporting to center. They can kind of afford to be a little bit greedy with the stage control too, because they already have the percent lead and the set lead so far. It's not that Castle would have a lot of data to expect an option like that yet. Jeez, that was super close to a stock with that drag down up air. Could have set it up for a grab. However, MT Cat will find it with that up tilt, taking the first stock off of Castle. Okay. Seeing how Castle is trying to play this a little bit safer right now, just respecting a lot of the options that MT Cat has, and the amount of times that MT Cat has fought their way out of the corner successfully. Just trying to scout out an unsafe option that they can capitalize off of. Not successful though. MT Cat is slowly building up this extra percent. That F smash, I think, sour spotted, but it still did a lot of damage, which is the important thing. Alright, Castle. Tried to do a little mix-up right there and was very successful with it too. Okay. So they used the jab to try to mix up their shield, but when they didn't catch that call-out from the forwarder, MTCat still jumped out and tried to land on the platform, which Castle was still in a good position to punish. So pretty clean. And getting some momentum off that too, 52%. Tossed to the wayside, however. Wow. Well position being covered is very strong for Palutena, because even if Castle tries to commit from the neutral position with a move such as that side special, she's ready to jump over it and counterattack. My apologies for pronouns tonight. I'm getting character and player pronouns mixed up, but I am trying to stick to player pronouns, so excuse me. Okay. That was really smart on MTCat using that space, by the way, to avoid that dash grab, because that forces a commitment from Castle and gives them time to pick an option. However, Castle's going to quickly even up the stock with that option. He's going to get this combo here. Oh, 2 up airs. 3 up airs. Hold on. If Palutena had no jump, too, if that up tilt landed, that juggle was going to keep going. Call it on the jump. I am starting to see a habit from Castle where their safe option from ledge is to side B. And that's been punished pretty successfully by MTCat so far in this set 2 times in a row now. So I wonder if they'll be making that adjustment or not, or if they'll even need to with that aerial sending them off the side. No teleport. Oh, I think they were ready for the roll, but just did not pick an option quick enough to come save. However, it's not gonna matter. These juggle setups from Castle so far, super strong. They were to catch the drift away toward ledge with that border and net the stock and the game, tying the set 1-1. In fact, if I might add, I feel like both of these players are showing strength in one part of their advantage state, whereas MTCat has been showing very strong ledge trapping. That's kind of the flavor that I've gotten used to from MTCat's Palutena, in fact. And we're starting to see more clean juggle gameplay coming out from Castle, working really, really well with that. Thing with Palutena is she doesn't exactly have landing aerials, so against a character with a big disjoint like Pyra would be able to take advantage of that. 3. Wow, that just eats through those. Okay, good to know. Good to know for matchup knowledge in this case. Okay. Just trying to think about this for a moment here. Castle's very aware of how successful the juggles were working the last game, so they're trying to pursue Empty Cat early and try to even up this percent, possibly get a lead off of it on this stock here. Because they haven't been playing off of the lead yet in this set. In that last game, I'm pretty sure it was Empty Cat who took the first stock. And we see Pyra is forced to go low. Castle, he could not afford to really mess around with Empty Cat there. That's still information that Empty Cat can take into mind too, where he could set up a preemptive edge guard and go down low early to meet him there. Okay, gonna cover that spot dodge with the jab. Look at this shield pressure right now. Wow! Are you kidding me? Commentator's forward tilt is Herma's worst move. I wouldn't say it's because of what just happened, but wow. Really good spacing on Castle's fight right there to net that stock. Empty Cat taking the stock immediately though, and we got the Wheel of Pain coming out from Palutena. These neutral airs, 2 forward airs into a dash attack as well. Big stuff coming from Empty Cat right now, who is continuing to pursue Castle. Keep the damage going. Castle finally landing that grab. Get some damage of their own. They're still missing every dash grab, however, I'm noticing. They're having a really hard time finding these. Because Empty Cat is always preemptively spot dodging this, which you can read. Here's a thing that you could do as a player if you're trying to think about the situation, you're not sure what to do. What you can do is run up shield to scout their option, and then you can react to the shield you can react to their shield drop spot dodge. And there's a kill with that Flame Nova off the top for Castle gaining the upper hand here. Empty Cat's starting to second guess a little bit of their spacing there. Castle's making sure of that. Again, the attribute that Pyra has of the duo of Pyra and Mithra is not just higher knockback power, but also better range. And that range really comes into a key factor for more close quarter moments. Unfortunate SD from Empty Cat there, where Castle will take the lead in the set 2-1. Game 4. We're sticking to Pokemon Stadium 2, so I feel like at this point we're going to see a potentially 5-game Kiss 2 set. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Empty Cat had to respect that disjoint and just land to the corner. However, no problem in doing so, because once they can get in on Pyra, they can get this damage built up. Oh wow, I'm surprised that they whiffed in punishing that. However, Castle won't be complaining. That's for sure. If Empty Cat is making more mistakes, that means the Castle can capitalize off of them more. Yeah. Just like that, Castle taking the first stock lead. Game 4 of the set. They switched to Mithra for the first time. I wonder if they're trying to capitalize with building up as much damage as they can off of this stock lead, or if they just switched it to mix things up. However, getting that stock right out of the way with that forward smash. So it's a slight bit lighter than Pyra. So may have been to factor. And just how light do I mean by Mithra in any case? She's about as heavy as Wolf. And Pyra's a bit heavier than that, just a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Since they had their double jump still, the wind box wasn't gonna kill them off of that. Again, it's threatening these low things. Oh wow, they just barely whiffed that back air. Using the fake out to try to bait out Castle to go low is super smart. Okay. Empty Cat could take the stock off at any moment. There's not too much threatening there. There's a back air coming through. Not finding that down air. It's a bit hard to time on a fast vertical ascent. Good recognition from Empty Cat there. They noticed that Castle dropped ledge. That's all they needed to wait out and punish that greedy side B. And that's 66%. They get them in another edge guard situation. I think Empty Cat can take this game. Because Castle is not adapting to these fake outs. Oh, hang on though. This guy has to get out of that texture situation because at this point, if Castle gets the right read on the tech chase, it will kill. So MTK has to watch out, grabbing these landings. The aerial covering the jump too. Oh, don't SC again. Okay, that was really well spaced. This is super close right now, just waiting out that hitbox on the shield. Empty Cat with some good patience right now. Oh my god, no way! That's such an unfortunate reversal. I think they just barely missed that neutral air that would have sealed the game for them. But Castle, once again, taking the game. That's a 3-1 victory for them. They're going to move on to Grand's winner's side.
Dun, 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 dun. New theme music. Well, yeah, let's keep moving forward with a bracket today. I think that pushes us up to, yeah, it's mostly like loser side. Oh, we got this Nathan, and I noticed their name is Nathan in like all the other profiles in both of the.
That's what I figured it was. Oh, did I say T Nath? I might want to say T Nath actually. Yeah, let's have a look at the top 8 now that we've progressed from a pretty close and intense winners final set, if I have to be honest. Both players played very well in that set, I felt like. So one side right now, T Nath versus BOSFD. And the other side, Selkie versus Phil Z.
We got Breakson and Error to look forward to.
True. Both of them awaiting potential victims.
It's like, oh, unfortunate. Had a late bracket DQ from T.O. Dax.
T-Nath and Boss FD will be on the way shortly.
Sounds good.
And they checked in. We got one in the ring at least. Let's go zoom in on this thing. Boss has got the DDD. And Boss is 4-1 on the day. Teen 3-1. With that damn Scuba Steve.
Yes, indeed.
It's okay. You gotta watch. I was gonna see what you did there. I like that. That's cute. It's cute. It's like I'm just gonna say it's okay because you know what.
I took a risk. I wasn't sure if it was the right idea to say that.
Sometimes you just have to leap.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to let the heart out. So.
Yeah. Otherwise, how will you fly? How will you fly?
True.
Oh, it was suggested that like with our NFTs, like speaking to Rainbow, was it Casual? A few community members were like, we should make some type of, one of them should have a rainbow during the betas and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, but then I have to learn how to make a rainbow. So, like, if I can learn how to make a rainbow, I think I will be putting a rainbow on one of these things or going through there. I think that'd be kind of cool though. Like, Infinite, what do you think? Like the way that they are and stuff. I feel like if one was going over the top, especially for Pride Month, that might be kind of dope.
That would be dope for them.
I just hope there's like a little animation of it starting and something doing that,
Doing
like
that, like coming the full rainbow extension.
Yeah.
Like, cause like I'm gonna look into, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm like, I like it. I like the idea of like it's a special one for Pride Month. That would be cool. So
cool.
I'm gonna see what we can do. But next match.
Indeed, between BOSFD and Teen 8. Now that I've figured out their tag, I will be saying that unless they would like otherwise. I see they've already mined up a diamond. If you let Steve just do his thing, he gets this very early. I've noticed. It still feels like it's uncertain how exactly I want to fight against Steve, because if I give him too much space, then he'll feel comfortable to just mine and get a strong close quarters resource. But if I play too close, then I can't react to stuff like his mine cart, or I get whip punished by his attacks anyway, which is even more of a big deal up close. So that's kind of the question for other players as well, really. I think it all comes down to how you use your tools best. In the case of DDD, you have that Gordo. You can stand out for pressure a lot of the time. Having projectile pressure is very helpful because there are a set amount of frames where Steve is mining where he's in lag and he can't just cancel out of mining. Thankfully, Steve's lanes haven't discovered a tech for that yet, because they seem to discover a tech for a lot of things. This character has probably undergone the most development that I've ever seen of a character in Smash. New tech discovered every month, every week, possibly even. So even at the moment, we get that mine cart. You're gonna go for a little ride, take some damage from the diamond sword. 55%, they weren't able to spike there. Oh wow, okay. Gordo set up to catch the landing for BOSFD. Following up off of that second one nicely. However, overextending a slight bit, and you cannot overextend against Steve. If you miss the juggle opportunity, that apple's coming down on your noggin, breaking your cranium. Okay, that's smart. Use the rebound to, since it didn't break the minecart, use that rebound to punish Steve coming out of it. Team 8 still is establishing their lead here. Gonna be going for blood soon. A nice swing from BOSFD takes that stock down. However, Team 8's got another diamond mined up ready from the caverns. And that anvil is coming down on DDD once again. They baited out BOSFD to try to inhale that minecart. BOSFD so far has not been punishing that at all. One way you could potentially deal with it is by inhaling the projectile if he jumps out of it. I'm not sure if it will inhale Steve and Steve is riding it, however. I don't know how that interaction would work. However, Teenage taking the first game pretty solidly, I would say.
Oh, you ready? Looks a little delay there. And then a flight.
Okay. So they're gonna go back to Touted City. I think BOSFD was comfortable with the amount of space, plus the kill power that DDD has off the sides is very good here as well. Nice quick dash after the grab. Cannot whiff versus Steve. Big deal because of that long range grab. That grab combos into a lot of stuff. Off of the down throw. Nice Gordo toss and a great call out on the up B there with that backer. That's very smart. Okay. I don't know about the jet hammer though. Because there's so much end leg on that, it gave T-Nath enough time to counteract to that. In any case, seeing how BOSFD is trying to really keep pressure on T-Nath this game and outpace them and be ready for these minecarts, I think has been working really well for them. However, as I was talking about that, he took a lot of damage because of that early intangibility on the minecart, knocking the Gordo back, and big combo was made off that as well, and T-Nath has brought this percent back very effectively on this stock. Parry up smash, parried on the first hit. This is pretty solid. Honestly, a little bit surprised that BOSFD didn't get caught by that because of how big duty it was. Slash to the side. T-Nath wisely putting up some blocks to guard themselves from a Gordo. Because the thing with Gordo is it actually doesn't really do damage to the minecart blocks because it treats them as a wall. It has a chance of sticking to them, but it doesn't break through them. That's some damage right there off of the initial dashboard jab from that sword. That forward air, you're not going to make a high recovery against Steve with that amount of range that he has overhead like that. Super solid stuff from T-Nath. I think that closes out the set 2-0 in their favor.
Well, we have a choice, Murph, that we can continue on to T-Nath versus Error, or we can wait for losers round 5, Selkie versus Phils, to face off against Brexon in losers quarter.
Wait, I thought Selkie versus Phils has already started.
Yeah, it has. It has. It should be close to done if you wanted to switch it up in bracket, or we could just ride. Oh, they just went 1-1, so they'll definitely have one more match, but
Yeah. Let's see some error. I don't think we did. We didn't have error on. Did we have error on screen?
have
I don't think we had. I don't think. Yeah, that we like missed error. So let's get some error.
Sounds good. And we can keep this rolling right along with that as well. So up next is Error versus T-Nath. Error, the jack of all trades, versus the Steve, who has been running through their opponents and losers, as we have seen so far.
I imagine that message was something akin to, "You guys are on stream. I don't wanna." And then error being on my way.
I suspect it's actually. I was just on stream though. Why you do this to me?
In the interest of keeping things running smooth, that is how we do it.
How it go. Opponents selecting while they make their way.
Okay. Without further ado, both players have entered the battle arena for their game one of this baited set. Error will be starting this set off with the Young Link. So I can imagine we'll be putting a lot of pressure on this Steve from afar. Let's see. Teammates getting a stage with as much space as they can use as possible to try to react to these projectiles. And despite these projectiles being really good for setting up pressure, that is the reason why Steve will set up this wall. Because then he has something that he can pressure with as well that'll block projectiles and such on the bottom of the tower. Which is why I'm seeing them setting up this 1-3. So using that first one to block grounded stuff, you have to break it to get through. Then they put that third one up as well, so you can't make an easy approach from above that Steve can't just be ready to react to. However, so far the pacing of this set has been dictated by Error. A lot of these hits going their way, taking that first stock, pressuring them into using that minecart and punishing them fatally. Wow, single boomerang is breaking them. That's gonna make this matchup kind of rough.
And now we
Kind of
know.
rough for teammates because they can't just break out of situations with ease like that. Okay. Nice backer. And the dash attack as well. He's got his diamond mined up and crafted, but will he even be able to use it is the question right now. Because these projectiles are covering every aerial approach that teammates is trying to make. And also setting up for a lot of damage as well. Boomerang into downer, confirming right there for Error. A lot of their projectiles, Young Wings projectiles, can set up the opponent for tech situations on a lower platform, which is a big deal on Town and City and Smash Bros. For the middle platform in particular, because that middle platform on Town is quite small. So it's a bit easier to follow their tech with your own drift if you have good drift, which Youngling does. All right, crafting.
The Steve jitter.
I was gonna say crafting a magma block, but that's not how that works. Mining that magma, taking the stock. Wow, I would say that's good SDI because they broke out of that jab and they were able to immediately neutral there, which is not something I expected. Youngling's a bit of a fastballer, so you'd think that they would get comboed a bit more there. No, surprisingly, they were able to combo break that. Either good SDI or Teenage messed up, but either way, looking to close this out very soon. Tried to step off with a falling back air with that fire arrow into the neutral air, closing it. Game 1. That was very hard for Teenage because they weren't really able to get a lot going in their favor. I feel like they play lower. I think they need to play the slow game and really embrace it. And that's the way that they might be able to turn things around, because right now, any approaches that they will try to make are getting stuffed out. They can't use minecart from the corner the way that they've been using so far because it's getting called out every time. Stuff like that. But Error, right now, very comfortable because they took game 1 very convincingly. So they don't have a lot of adjustment that they need to make right now because a lot of what they've been doing is working really well.
I'll agree. That Link was moving. He looked young. He looked spry. Looked hard to keep up with. Oh, are we gonna get a character? No, this. I imagine this is just stage selection. I'm not looking though. Pokemon Stadium 2. Same characters.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you hate it?
Now, PSG is a little bit of an interesting layout when we're talking about the Steve matchup because he mines different materials depending on where he is. If he's on the very lip and ledge of the stage, he mines more iron. Whereas I think on the rest of the stage, his more common material is stone, but don't quote me on that. I actually do not know, but I do know that it's different. You get rewarded with more iron for the ledge, which is very committal at the same time. On one hand, if you get the upper hand and you are scaring your opponent to not approach you, you can take advantage of this and get a lot more resources for your throws, for your down air, for your side B. However, it kind of takes a lot. Youngling has a lot of quick mobility and a lot of group projectiles, so there's not really a situation where that benefits Teenage, in my opinion. Right now, ooh, yeah, Error is just on a tear. I'm gonna call that a tactical bomb explosion because that avoided the grab.
Tactical.
Jeez. Teenage is just unsure what to do. But Error, experienced in their ways, taking this next stock with that setup into the falling up air, falling forward air, up tilt. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's wild to watch a Steve match where the cart like seemingly rarely, like maybe once or twice, has actually caught the opponent. It's like, wow,
Oh
you don't
God.
see that.
It's just like offline. You can react.
What?
No, it's not like offline at all. In this case, it's more so just, as I've mentioned, a lot of the hit boxes that Error is putting out is overwhelming minecart, and you can break it after the initial startup. So that is something that Teenage has not adjusted to at all. And Error's pressure has been mixed up so heavily that they're just really not sure how to tackle this, and Error is cleaning up right now. I like that grab out of the jab that caught the landing because that grab gets slightly arced up. However, they're going to have to do a lot more than that to take out Error, who has just finished them off with the triple slice to the top. That'll be Error moving on to losers semis.
Hi-yo.
He hole.
Jeez. That match was a speed run, in all honesty.
Most of these have been. I feel like there've been some good ones. Even the toughest ones have been like, yeah, they've been through most.
I feel like it's rare for me to see a Steve so thoroughly overwhelmed, especially on Wi-Fi. Like, I don't want to bring emphasis to that being the case, but that was definitely really hard for teenage.
Yeah, usually, yeah, like you're saying, usually that cart is such a bailout. That's always what I'm like, I'm sorry. That's always what I say. I'm like, yeah, what happens to these characters is like, and I feel like it'll happen to more characters as like game, as we get like all the characters set in the game and more time evolves the game, people start to play them because it's with time. But a lot of these kind of like bailout type of situation moves, I'm like, oh man, what happens if you don't have that and you're like really reliant on the cart?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And the thing with Steve that also adds on to this is it's a resource-based material, so you can only use as many minecarts as iron you have in your inventory. Whereas if you run out of iron, you cannot use that tool at all.
Yeah, that makes that difficult. Man, that boomerang was ripping to those.
Yeah.
Everything is kind of ripping through. I was like, wow, they're not catching him. Right, yeah, good game from both opponents. Regardless, sorry for the error hype there. Just like, oh yeah, no, it's rare. It's rare.
It's all good. They were playing very cleanly. Of course, no bias toward either opponent. It's just kind of stuff like that I want to acknowledge as the meta progresses. This is how people learn more and more about how to fight against characters like Steve, who are able to use such options against a lot of the cast. Steve is a very, very complex character. I honestly would not be surprised if once their meta was finished developing, they were like top 15. They might already be top 15, to be honest. But we don't really know that for certain yet.
Yeah, looking at me, go a good chance. Looking pretty strong already. I feel like the characters that are starting off so strong right now are definitely it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be a decent amount will fall, but I'd say like a quarter of like what we already have and like considerably like top characters maybe would like fall pretty strong.
And we have our next match. Brexton went ahead and took it against Silky. Thanks, Battle Pop, for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Oh, you think Silky is Battle Pop? I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I thought there was two different players. Okay. Noted.
See, okay, yeah, I was like, I
Actually,
saw them,
that was on the bracket,
was it on
I know
D-Live
Battle
when we
Pop
were
is
talking
from, like,
about that?
Ireland.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that, but did not know. I was like, are they hiding in brackets somewhere?
I swear I saw the type Silky before I even met Battle Pop, but yeah, okay. You saying that?
And the prize pool for tonight, MT Cat, is $20 for first, 10 for second, and 5 for third. We include NFTs, trophies, a couple different ways to earn a little bit extra. It's also a ticket tourney, so you could earn tickets as well. And remember, tickets can be redeemed for cash prizes, crypto prizes, so on and so forth. So, it's worth showing you what he's made right there.
Yeah.
And then, the end goal is to make tell the tape type player cards. Should be really
See, we're just gonna start, building out a whole collection of things. And again, our NFTs will have utilization within our arcade. We want all the different NFTs that we create, now and later to have some type of utilization. So the vast majority of these NFTs, are either going to be able to blend into something that'll have utilization or themselves will have utilization. in the arcade as far as getting tickets or access to certain channels or events. So that's those use case other than just like, oh yes, it says I won, I'm first place, my name is on it, this and that, other people have it. Other than that, it's also access to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we haven't worked out the details, but we have done this in the past, is we've sponsored people to go to majors. And we plan to kind of do something with the trophies, hosting an event, and then sending people to majors. The specifics of that isn't worked out, you know, but just something that we've done in the past and plan to do in the future, connected to these NFTs. So like he said, there are several use cases. There's things that we're building towards, but I figured you guys should know some of the plans that we have for the future.
Mm-hmm. That's setting us up shortly for our next match between Breakson and Error. It's been quite some time since we've last seen Breakson in a bracket, and they are not at all rusty as they've made it all the way here at this point to top 4. Both of these players fighting it out for that top 3 position to make that payout, make that prize. And we will see which one of them prevails. Ah, that's funny, Nintendo.
That was convenient.
Yeah, I'm like, we have a
Nintendo.
yeah, nothing hit anywhere near that, so I'm like, oops. A little bit out.
I'm gonna try speaking. Am I coming up clearly still, or?
Oh, you're fine.
Because it sounded like it hiccuped on my end too, because Smurf started dying on my end as well. But seems we're good now, hopefully.
Popping that boy back up. Hey, D4 QB. QB just made me think of RB and how babes never had RBs. No RBs, no rallies. Probably no canes.
I mean, Arby's gets a bad rep.
Don't know why people want to hate. So you need a little Jamocha shake in your life. Jamocha. Alright, oof. Wow. Peep peep. Getting both these opponents in here. We got breaks in. Error should be joining shortly because they're pushing buttons. Going Pokemon Stadium 2. It'll be the Dark Samus versus Puff. Wants a little bit more distance and maneuverability, I'd assume.
Yeah, that's actually a good pick. Not just for having really good, strong zoning tools. However, Dark Samus and Samus have great range on their aerials, good frame data on that as well. And not just that, but they also have very good air movement. So they have that ambiguity, but they also have, I'd say, good tools to combat Puff in their elements in the air. So we'll see how that comes to play here and how Breakson deals with that. Breakson, with a character such as Jigglypuff, is very experienced in a lot of matchups and knows how to adapt to a lot of things from what we've seen from past experiences. And we're ready to go. For game 1. Numero uno. Alright. Just solid uppers there. Honestly, if you can bait Jigglypuff above you, you can anti-air them reliably with Samus with that up air. So it was a nice start from Error there, 62%. And Braixen has to find their way in. They have to break the mold. Couple neutral airs ain't much, however. Well, there's a lot more lag on Pounds than one would think. So Error was able to take advantage of that and did nicely with that. Because Braixen's already looking for blood. With a character like Jigglypuff, you have to really take risks and opportunities wherever you see them. Got to set up for your tech chases, set up for shield breaks and such like that. As Jigglypuff can make benefit of that. There's the stock from Error, firing that shot at the rollout. It's a very risky move, but a move that Braixen does favor for using as mix-ups. But in this case, it got them killed. Okay. And it's got opportunity. Air dodging through. Braixen kind of covered a little bit lower. Oh my gosh. They still almost found that rollout somehow. I can't believe that. It was well spaced, however. Error just reacted and jumped, which is the correct counterplay. You want to jump toward platforms because rollout is not able to... You don't have a jump in rollout, pretty much. Once you've gotten to the ground, you can't go back up in any way. Okay. Using these lingering aerials, might be able to close out the stock here. I'm not sure if they have a jump, but it won't matter as that stage spike surprised Error. Probably thinking they were going the other way, so they weren't ready to attack that. That's what Braixen needed to get some life back into the set. With this lower percent, it'll be easier to combo Dark Samus. I would definitely have to be wary of these charge shots. They are coming through for Error right now, calling out all of these aerial timings from Braixen as they're going out. Nice little two-piece off of that bomb into the down air. Braixen in a solid position, however, setting them up for the platform for the Sing of Death. And Braixen bringing this back. Only 23% between them right here. Can definitely bring this back. These charge shots, again, they're just super soft from Error. Okay, weak pound hit. Not too much. Was able to cover the platform with the back air. Okay. They're kicking them away. Getting that space, got the charge shot going. One more of these will kill, so Braixen. Ooh. That bomb interrupting their jump was super good setup for Error. I think this up air is going to take their stock. Indeed, it will. Error will take game number 1.
That was strong. That was fierce. I don't know what to expect for the rest of it. I really thought Braixen was going to do it.
That was a solid first game.
Charge.
They're kind of playing the way you have to versus Puff. You're camping them out. There are a lot of times where Braixen was caught trying to approach them. And Error capitalized off of that. Braixen's a naturally pretty aggressive player, so that also works against their playstyle. An option I don't see from them too much is a lot of dodging or shield usage. Kind of makes sense when you're Jigglypuff, a character that if you shield the wrong thing, you're just gonna pop off the top like a balloon. I don't think balloons work like that, but Jigglypuff sure does. Usually when a balloon's popped, it fizzles out, but Yeah, not Jigglypuff. Gosh, I don't even want to imagine Jigglypuff dying like that in a video game. That's just that sounds graphic. Wait a minute. Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Round 2.
Round 2. Is this best of 5 territory, or is it the next set? Is it only top 3 best of 5 for NFT Weekly?
This is a best of 5. So basically,
Okay.
the person that gets into the money. So this is a fight to get into third. It's the best of 5.
Makes good sense. Wow. Wow, indeed. Okay. Okay. Good tech roll there, actually. Add more iframes, so they were able to avoid that. That setup was surprising, though, because Dark Samus got caught quite a ways away. I don't think they extended a hitbox into it. I think their landing hitbox was just a little bit bigger, that's all. Screw attack almost taking a stop, but not quite. Yeesh. And this matchup is looking rough for Breaks, and in all honesty, this match is just kind of one that's tough to handle. Breakson knows their setups, but it's not easy in any case. Era certainly knows their setups too. This Dark Samus is moving right now. FBI out his shield, keeping that going. Roll out, yes. Solid. They called out when Era was gonna land there. They were able to capitalize off of it before they could get a shield out. It was really solid. Okay. Tried to get a drill grab, would have gotten some good damage. Instead, gonna get the double nair. You've got Dark Samus off stage. You put yourself in a position where you can catch Dark Samus going slightly above you. Will end the ledge trap, but it doesn't end the chase. His Breakson is still going. Era drops the shield a little bit early. Breakson ready for that charge shot, blocking it. Still on the assault. Last hit at neutral air. Lasts for so long, it covers a lot of get-up options. Dash attack. Pulling out the shield drop and the up air. That full stage was that full stock was a full-on assault from Breakson. Finally forced to take a pause in their moment as Era grabs them and tosses them. There's a back air coming from Era, outpacing them. It seems like those close quarters moments that I alluded to and mentioned are kind of coming to factor a lot less than I expected. It more seems to be when Jigglypuff comes to Samus. Which kind of makes sense, but comes to Samus in the air, to be specific. Breakson's going for a lot of single opportunities, trying to take any chance they can get this stock on their landing, making a false mistake. The Error has been wise in their ways, being able to avoid it. Fell out of the up air, but right into another one. Slight sailing factor helped them to live. However, they've been hit by at least 3 of those now. Whoa! Oh, hang on. This is kind of dicey right now. He's trying to chase it out. They spaced themselves just outside that grab so that they didn't get snatched. I think an up air will kill here, and they know that. Wow, yeah. Nice dash grab. Era reacted to that rollout setup really well there. And they just picked the aggressive finish. They didn't have to respect it. They didn't have to show fear or patience or play defensive there. They could just pick up on the kill because they know that there's no startup on it when it's charging up. So, solid stuff. Not that the startup mattered, it's just that they're not going for a little while. So, snatch them up, toss them away.
We're going Pokemon Stadium 2 again. Oh man. Pokemon Stadium 2 all the way.
Yeah, you're right. PS2 again. Okay. Game 3 here. They're picking up a nice combo there with 34%. I say a combo like that is nice because it's Jigglypuff. A character that's a lightning will die in few neutral exchanges anyway. Okay, that charge shot to F tilt. Pretty clean. The back air to punish the incoming dash attack from corner from Braixen. A good call on Era's part right there to take the first stock off of Braixen. Gonna just finish that combo there, get the damage. Hope Jigglypuff is so light they can keep it going regardless, even after landing. Because Braixen committed toward Error. They want to get into their face, but they're not respecting the disadvantage state that well. And Error will punish them for that. Another charge shot going through, and another one is that grab coming through with that charge shot. The fact that you can cancel it is so good for Dark Samus, because that way you can bait your opponent's approach with that option. People will try to be aggressive to interrupt it. Braixen cleaning up that stock. But Error is 2 steps ahead right now with the stock lead. What F tilt to combo in the middle of the combo. They comboed off of Jigglypuff F. Oh, okay. You comboed off of Jigglypuff F tilt. I did not know that was a thing. Called out on the air dodge in. That should be a stock off of Error. It's suddenly even again. Error's gotta be careful. Forward airs are solid for covering Jigglypuff's jump-ins. That has been a common move. That has been so useful. And they got that grab too, just on Braixen, trying to make their move. Another charge shot. Blast! They're trying to play around that bomb, however, putting themselves in the range of that grab, and the forward air finishes them off. With Error, a 3-0 victory over Braixen to move on to top 3.
Man, every match was really close. Wildness. But we expect that this gets to see that in the Lucha semifinals here, moving into the top 3. We'll have Air and MT Cat.
Yowzer.
Meow.
We are almost there, ladies and gents. The final 3 to rise.
Here it ends and it begins at once.
Let me ping Empty Cat.
MT Cat's got 3 minutes on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Come on down, brother. Oh, brothers.
Singing empty cat. Empty cat.
Call the phone, y'all. This may be a very anticlimactic third place finish.
That would be unfortunate. However, if they do not respond, that would move Error on to grand finals to face against Castle. They have 1 minute to respond.
Oh, you ain't believe me? Oh, believe it. Oh, he checked in now.
Okay. You were able to make it in time.
The fight is back on.
Two more matches for tonight. This first one between Empty Cat and Error, and the winner of this will go on to face against newcomer Castle, waiting in grand.
I just want to say that each and every one of you is oh so lucky that I'm not out there in bracket tonight. Mop the floor with you, give you some PK, shut your mouth. I just.
I get.
Miss Guzzi. Miss Guzzi dude is one of them. Okay.
All right. Game one is about to be underway. We got Error on the Youngling versus MG Palutena. We're going to see how this goes.
How did I know it was going to start this way? I really held back from saying there was a firefight, Boondock Saints, but it's straight up a firefight.
True. Error right now electing to keep their distance against Empty Cat, as Empty Cat will respond with that by throwing out an auto reticle, trying to get things moving along. Error's playing it smart though. You don't want to wayward approach Palutena and get comboed for it. You catch on the jump. That.
Wow, eaten.
That
Lunch.
stock ate my words up.
Lunch.
That stock ate everybody up, okay? That was actually so whack. I don't know if that was clean. That was just whack because that hitbox hit them on the very, very tip of the explosive flame, hit them. And they got the
It
true
looked like
combos
Youngling
up
took
there.
a
That
tumble.
was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was disgusting. That's what that word is. You know what? I never used disgusting to describe a combo. That was disgusting. Oh, Eric's trying to be clean with it, trying to get that confirmation off the down tilt with the swiftness because they reacted to it hitting, but it did not combo at that percent. I don't know if it would have killed. What? Wait. I thought they upbeat there, but then something else came out. I think that must have been forward then. There's a down air coming out from Error. Good call it on the jump there.
My boy don't care.
I thought that bomb was going to interrupt Empty Cat's combo, but no. It's going to send that explosive flame Error's away. Almost taking the stock for it, too. we can really see how strong Palutena is up close in this matchup when they're the one doing the pressure. Toon Link, however, has some good frame data of their own as well. If they get in there, they get big combos going, just like Palutena, but it's very clear to see how much more difficult it is to do so with the movement that Palutena has to work with. Nice out shield punish with that up B. And to get dodging through, but getting caught by the retreating Boomerang, coming back to Young Link. Not really a combo off of it. And I didn't really make a lot off of stage control off of it either. And as a result, Empty Cat coming back with this damage to respond to them. Up B, will that follow up? It will indeed. Into the up air. Okay. Air's just trying to play this super safe right now. They could have grabbed their landing if they wanted to, but instead firing out that fire arrow has so much less commitment to it. Damn, Midge is building up. Again, they went for that up B. They're gonna die for it! Ah!
Wow.
Jeez, as soon as they messed that up, their fate was sealed.
It was the little lead that could.
A little that kid, I wasn't gonna say that, but sure. They made a huge opening and then they just ran off of momentum and they were just... I'm gonna be honest, I think they kind of autopiloted that combo a bit there. Down tilt down B is the favorite combo of Young Links, so I'm not surprised that they immediately went for that. But and to catch drift out on the last time they tried to attempt that was really good and they avoided getting hit by it. So they're gonna have to keep stuff like that in mind. Definitely doing a great job of building damage, but they have to be careful with how they finish it. And go into game 2. A weird teleport, but it definitely worked because Error did not really get a big punish off of that. Queen parry right there. Got Empty Cat shooting on the platform too. Definitely feels like Error doesn't go for grabs all that much with Young Link. Unless they've got a confirmed setup for it. Which makes sense. Again, Young Link doesn't exactly have combos off their throws either, so there's not a lot of reward. I like the conditioning from Empty Cat to make them think that the reflector wasn't going to come out. Thing with Young Link, their character that kind of has to pressure with a lot of projectiles, to be honest with you. You get so much reward for it. So that was very committal. They took a risk with that up smash, and they did not succeed with Empty Cat just waiting it out with their own. This time the first hit of backer does connect. So they're able to react off of that and get that up smash for the stock. Slightly even. That's the first time I've seen Error throw to grab, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Okay. Empty Cat called out the jump out of shield with that neutral and just waited it out. Bomb connecting, they got that boomerang hit in there as well. Weren't able to fully confirm off of it, however. Just going back to the corner, protecting themselves with their inventory. There's that backer coming from Palutena. Error is able to make that. I was a little skeptical if they were going to make that at first. That backer sent them pretty far. They did it just fine. Oh, wow. So, there's actually a lot less cooldown on hard landing with Young Link's counter like that. So, Error used that as a bait to make MTCat make a swing for it, and you immediately responded to that swing on the platform with an up air. Stocks are now even with that explosive flame landing. Anything realistically could happen right now. Ooh, finding the neutral air. Not a big punish. Seeing time and time again that MTCat is not approaching Error's shield very safely and getting upbeat out of shield for it. That was a misinput. 100% that was a misinput because they immediately buffered an upbeat after out of panic that it didn't hit. That's some silly stuff. Okay, jumping out of that. They jumped out of that very quickly. MTCat didn't full hop there. They can use the short hop intentionally to bait out an early jump and then juggle after. That's pretty scary to think about. All this pressure going Error's favor right now. Error will be looking to close this out very soon. Landing it up there is not very strong. I think what they're doing right now is they're trying to just pelt their way to a grab kill. That would be very reliable in this situation. Yes, indeed, as they bait out the explosive flame with their movement toward the center stage, and then they quickly turn back around for the grab. Solid play from Error to earn them that game victory there.
One and one, they say.
What did we get? Like a gentleman's agreement in chat or something? I'm like, we are not about to just jump right back into the next stage that quickly.
Dude, it's like the whole tournament's players are in cahoots to just pick PS2.
It's Smashville all over again. I should say Smash 4, Smashville all over again.
I miss Smash 4 Smashville. It was so dynamic. Anyways, back to reality. Back to the match.
It's like, ah!
By the way, that back to the match thing that I've been doing forever, that came from Nairo. I just wanted to say that. That came from Nairo, where he always said that in when he was doing his tournaments called Naifu Wars. And he would do a lot of commentary for his own tournaments as well when there weren't other guest commentators. It's always super nice. And one thing that he always did whenever there was a tangent, he's always like, anyway, back to the match. And we're going to go right back into this gameplay with this Error Young Link versus Palutena action. Again, that's the thing. You can really trick people up with Explosive Flame because you can shorten it like that. And it definitely did its job there as Error went for an upbeat thinking that they had the positioning to do so. That up smash last hit caught the approach from MTCat there. Giving Error the advantage. They gotta get out of this situation. I like the fire arrow usage. Just use a quick projectile to knock MTCat away because MTCat would not be afraid to chasing your recovery down if you went deep for it. Ziepto coming through. Gonna quickly fall past the explosive flame. That neutral air. Wow, yeah. Choosing the snap to the ledge. Not being too overly aggressive with getting to the ledge because if they let out that upbeat hitbox to try to drift past, it would have gotten countered. Not very safe to do in this matchup. Error is playing very comfortably right now in this game, I'm noticing. They're doing a really good job at forcing MTCat to come to them. And just knowing their distance, too. MTCat caught the jump this time, however, with that shortened explosive flame. Taking the stock. They're trying to get as much as they can out of that. That reflected both the fire arrow and the boomerang, I think. Because that boomerang came back and hit Young Link. I don't know if Error was actually ready for that. Wow, Young Link can really play the distance against Palutena. Upbeat almost taking it. Ooh. Not the setup they want. Okay, rapid jab on shield, just roll away. Palutena does not have fast grounded out of shield options aside from her grab. If you're outside of that range, you can just roll away safely. And Downer catching their jump again. That's 2 times that Era has killed them for jumping off a ledge. That might play into Empty Cat's mind. Let's see. Fastball neutral air protecting Error. Like that Empty Cat waited for the up B, was not ready for the appropriate punish, however, and still got knocked away. Okay, couple neutral airs, some good damage. I think Empty Cat just realized it because I was thinking about it. I feel like Empty Cat is just not pressuring Young Link up close enough in this game. And it's really costing them a lot of opportunities to really get momentum going their way. Because Era's been playing one way from a distance, and it's been working super well. Even though Palutena has ways to pressure from a distance as well, they can counteract this and even got the kill off of this. Era is just favoring so much better. Their movement has been a lot better in this game too. So they've been avoiding a lot of this counterplay from Empty Cat as well. Like the Empty Cat tried to get that hard punish on the landing, was not successful, and the up smash picks up on the spot dodge, nearly taking that stock off Goddess. 121%. This is looking pretty convincing for Error in the moment. What? Okay. They just stood there. I don't think they meant to. Empty Cat knocking them down to the final stock, using that platform to gain positioning with that stage. Error falling out of that neutral air. Not pulling the trigger on the finisher yet. They look for the exact same bait they went for in the last game. Drop the bomb and then V-drop and then go forward. The grab. The pressure is on. Caught the landing. That was really solid. They waited until Empty Cat was forced to double jump and then pursued them with the quickest full hop upper to take that game. Error was playing really good in that third game, to be honest. Like, Empty Cat was playing solid, but Error was just playing way better.
Pull out all them tricks.
He looks difficult to keep up.
They're playing really safe too. They're playing like they have the lead already, which they didn't. The set was tied, but now they have the set lead by 1 game. And if they win this next game, they'll move on to grand. So this is tournament game for Empty Cat, potentially. They have to make something happen here. Let's see how it goes down. Okay. Wait for Youngling to make these jumps. That would probably be the best opening for Empty Cat, because those aerials from Palutena last so long. Scoop the opponent up really nicely for combos as well. Yeah. That's exactly what Empty Cat is trying to do. They're just waiting on predictable movement from Error that they can capitalize off of. Okay, downer out of shield punish. I like that Empty Cat is trying out different things versus that rather than picking the same option, because a bad player, in all honesty, well, okay. Let's differentiate from bad player for a moment, but a bad player or a decent or good player would probably stick to what they know works. But in this situation, a great player would try to adapt and just try to experiment even in the heat of the battle if they realize that something that they're used to doesn't work. So I like that from Empty Cat. But anyways, getting back to this Empty Cat, took the first stock and they're swinging at Error, getting a lot established here. Great counter there, but an even better tech from Error to survive. Jumping over that down smash, Empty Cat committed a lot, but the F smash from Error was not strong enough to take the stock. Very close to doing so. Error tried to call out that high teleport, like the read attempt. Wow. Wow, Empty Cat is pressuring them on the ledge way harder in this game. Throwing out a lot more ledge jumps to make them feel pressured and knock them off the ledge quickly. Error's been recovering very safely a lot too. So this could definitely throw off their timing. The jump call out from Empty Cat. Stock lead in their favor, 2-1. They know that Hero Spin is not to be trifled with. They're not messing with it as much anymore. They're picking up on some good combos right now. Another neutral out of shield from Palutena. Yeah. That's 36%. There's a good DI on Empty Cat right there to force the whiff. Down smash is so strong. Not strong enough yet. Okay, have to land really quickly to avoid an up air from Empty Cat. Cover the spot dodge well with that up smash. And I'm noticing that the way that Empty Cat is playing in this game is forcing Error to play more aggressive, but I mean throwing out more smash attacks. And here, just trying to really finish off this combo, finish off the stock. They can't rely on waiting out for safe options with the grab when they have to come back in this situation. But they also have to play carefully at the same time. This is so much in Empty Cat's favor right now. Error trying to make the most of what they can. Get some data for potential game 5 or even bring this back. Gonna go low. Wow. I see Empty Cat trying to bait them with subtle movement where they did a slight turnaround into nothing, which would also cover a neutral get up. So it was good that Error chose to roll there. Because I think he either rolled or jumped. But in any case, cheating to the ledge, getting as much damage as he can, blocking the explosive flame. Not gonna block this one. Empty Cat is not going to give up on that assault of projectiles as they would be used to Young Link throwing out a lot. But Empty Cat going to make them less comfortable in the corner going into this final game with that explosive flame, taking the game and tying up the set.
Going all the way, man. Best of fives can get crazy. And straight back to PS2. All right, well.
That's how the finals go.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, this PS2 play.
This will be the final game. Winner of this goes to Vamp to face off against Castle, who, when we look back at the bracket, Castle had a 3. Let me look at that top 3. Look at that winner's finals. So I think that was a 3-0, but that might have been a 3-1. Oh, that actually is in. Okay, never mind. I thought winners finals would be in the outside of that pool format, but I guess not. Yeah, that was a 3-1. Okay, that was a 3-1. Castle also played against Error, actually. They two of them in winners semis. So for either player, this is a run back. So both these players will want that opportunity to learn. That was such a big hiccup, but it was not enough for the stock. Just shy of the percent needed. I think Palutena had to be above 100% for that to kill. Ooh, that's scary. Did not sweet spot the downer, but it won't matter as they can landing into the explosive flame. Come on. Hopefully I'm still coming through nicely.
Yes.
Alright, thank you for the confirmation. I was a little bit worried because the gameplay started to lag out a little bit, but in any case, we are good. That's the nature of online. Sometimes technical difficulties can get in the way. It happens. 155%. How does Error take the stock right now? Because Empty Cat is running away with this solid lead. Goes straight for the up air. Empty Cat tacked on a little bit more damage, but it was good that Error committed to that option there. Had to find some way to do it. Yeah. Had to respect the landing after that. They reacted really quickly to it reflecting too. They didn't panic. Okay, that back air. Gotta set up something. Right now, Error has stage control. MTK's gonna try to force them to drop it. A lot of oppressive aerials from Palutena that can push them away from it. Okay. Clean forward air from Error there. Just barely dodging away from that. Getting that neutral air to connect on that up tilt. Error is playing this stock really well right now. Just trying not to make any mistake. Fire arrow to neutral air. Quick close the stock out scene. They went for the jump read. With neutral air. The jump off. They went for an immediate full hop neutral B. A lot of the times that Error would ledge trap in this matchup against MTK, they would fire off a fire arrow and then a boomerang after to try to cover multiple options. But that left them open for getting hit by explosive flame, which MTK recognized this, capitalized really well there. It's really strong to take advantage of somebody's more comfortable options and turn them against them. Especially later on in a set, when you can use that information against the player, it's so vital. Because then they start to get into, what can I do? And it's super late into the set where they don't have a lot more time to adapt. Waiting for that air dodge, Error forced to jump out there. Trying to get that grab. Feel like Error is starting to crumble a little bit here under the pressure of Game 5. Mentality is important here. They will pick up off of that boomerang and take the stock. 83% separates them and Empty Cats. Okay. Matt Nature air dodging through. They waited for it this time. That's that conditioning where MTK made them comfortable to air dodge. Where we know this earlier on the previous stock, or rather the start of your final stock, where they started a little strain, they waited for an air dodge and punished it. But then they respected it in that instance. They let Error do it, right? But then they knocked the buck back up into the air, and they were ready for it this time with the beam of light from that up smash, sending them off the top. That'll be Empty Cat moving on to Grand to face off against Castle.
It's happening. We got ourselves a grand final. What are these gifts?
Oh, you
Castle's
like
a
that
cat.
gift? Yeah, you like that gift?
You guys are both stupid.
That was actually a pretty long set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of our. It was one of their set in the tournament that ran about this long, and that was because somebody like had to step away for a second.
That was the closest set I've seen in the tournament so far, for sure. Very well fought from both Error and MTK respectively.
There we have it. Grand finals. It's coming. It's going down. The rematch. MT Cat versus Castle. Castle! I feel like you gotta say his name special.
However, could you mean?
What could you possibly mean?
All right, here we go. My throat needs a little moment, but yeah, you're ready to go. We're actually starting off on Town and City between these two players. Let's let the action speak for itself. I like that opening off of Empty Cat that I want to comment on, how they were just dashing around while Castle was waiting in shield. They waited a little bit before making their aggressive approach because eventually Castle would have to either drop their shield or they would get shield poked. So Empty Cat played around that, baited them out into thinking that they would go for a grab, and capitalized really well. Now they have this 100% lead. Castle regaining a little bit of control. A lot of control at that. Wow. If they read that, that would have been nuts. But they still found that first stock with the forward smash. The back air, very low hit of that back air, caught the jump off the ledge and to get evenness right back up. Spot dodge canceling is a funny option. They anticipated that Empty Cat was going to go for a grab to punish their whiff that time, so they just spot dodged it and then went for the jab. Yeesh, that's enough to take the stock. Wow. Because of the angle that they got hit at, Empty Cat simply had to pressure them into going low because they weren't exactly comfortable to recover high and risk dying for it. That SD was honestly all by design. Just throw out that F smash again. Maybe, I guess. Got the roll behind, and Empty Cat just waiting for the inevitable up B with a forward smash to punish that and take game number 1.
Too bad for you.
We're going right back into game number 2.
Yep, back to Town and City.
Mm-hmm. Well, both of these players are fighting so aggressively in this second game so far already. Oh, yeah. And Cat did try to cover that. It was just barely off on the spacing. Tomahawk into the grab quickly. bam, waiting for that landing. If you can see like that full range of that forward smash, by the way, it covers a full roll distance away in some characters. Very scary and deadly. So pretty much, once they were forced to land there with no jump, there was pretty much only one option that MTCat had on that landing to be successful, is if they tech rolled in. But that's not the option that you would usually pick when you're a corner, because that's the one that's the most obvious and predictable. Because then that's you trying to get back to center stage more efficiently and easily. And no problem at all for MTCat to make this damage back. No problem at all. Tesso is swinging a lot of crazy S smashes in this set so far already, just kind of throwing them out. Something to really observe because it's not as safe as it looks. Despite how much it covers in front of them, it's still a lot of end lag to it. Downer to up smash did connect there. Well, that smash is super strong. I'd be surprised that they didn't kill, but I'm not entirely. The backer certainly will do the job though. Okay, Sosa Flame will do the job. Only 15% difference. Palutena makes these comebacks really easily. She has so many tools that she can deal quick damage with. Wow. Not just her combo ability. The warp call out! No way. Wow. Okay, yeah, I think I know what happened there. I think they caught them in the startup of their jump, so MTCat was forced to make a quick warp. Because if they didn't, they would not have the distance to make it back to ledge. That was really good capitalization on Castle's part. They take game 2. All right, game 3. I appreciate that these players are mixing up the stage variety because we've seen a lot of PS2 and that kind of can get a little exhausting. I don't know. I don't think it does necessarily. Wow, just punishing out a hit stun twice with side B makes a quick 50%. Let's switch to Pyra. Just waiting this out right now. But, yep. Silent City platform going toward the blast zone, carrying you to your death. Is something that a player would not want to experience in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but it does sometimes happen. As it did to Castle right there. With MTCat taking the stock lead. Picking up on these neutral aerials. MTCat is really smart with dealing with that downer setup to just pick an option quickly. This downer to up smash is looking like the window for it isn't as true as we thought. Castle picking up on that 2-frame there, getting the stock with Pyra's downer. They got the footstool late, you notice, so they didn't get knocked into a texture situation. They got hit in the air instead, whereas MTCat was able to recover quicker because of that. Something to keep in mind. If you are playing against a Pyra, if they mess up like that, then you know that you have more options. Okay, got the grab. landing with that spot dodge. There's been many times where Castle has successfully caught a landing with a grab, where Empty Cat could mix up there to make up for it. Oh no, that's super rough for Empty Cat. They tried to shield grab that dash attack and just got blown up for it. That's rough, but nothing that Palutena can't turn around. Make a change to Mithra, get a quick little two-piece. Go back to that Pyra. Oh, hang on. Force the air dodge. Okay. Yeah. Respecting that down smash option, bringing up that shield quickly. That F smash is way too strong. That killed at like 20 with almost no rage. Can you just imagine? These F smash calls are coming up big for Castle right now. Who's now up in the set 2-1.
Dun, dun, dun. Make sure she stays on this side. Oh my goodness.
Boy, oh boy. PS2 again.
I like how you said PS2 again and then went back to town.
True.
Honestly, you could say something along the lines of PS2 again when people just jump on stage. It kind of works. But in any case, this game 4 is very important because this could be the final game for Castle, or this could continue the set in Empty Cat's favor to bringing it closer to a bracket reset, whereas they would need one more game to do so. They really need to make sure that the information they get from this game matters if they're able to take this game. So right now, they have a bit of a comfortable percent lead. Gonna do as much as they can. At back air, picking up on the neutral get up. Really good positioning on this ledge trap overall. Got lots of great damage before Castle was able to get back to center stage, waiting for the aerial landing to get that shield grab. But a few whiffs there, Castle finally getting a hit out of that. Now, if that forward air killed, that trade would have been dummy. And Takai using that warp to teleport to safety to the other side of the stage, avoiding any opportunity of F smash tech chase cover on landing. Just super smart. Charged up that F smash for the read on the roll in. Oh, surprise up B. Caught the spot dodge. Empty Cat was not ready for that mix up from Castle. Ooh! Solid punish right there. You are super vulnerable anytime you throw out that side B as Pyra because you have no way of attacking. And when you're recovering, you also can't grab the ledge until you have the sword. So you are forced to air dodge toward the ledge to do so. But that leaves you very vulnerable for a spike. And Cat demonstrating this very well. Castle going back to the Mithra. There's no way that just happened. Oh my god, Nintendo, please.
Wow.
So that I think means that the lobby host. Okay, they're 59, 47%. Okay. Unless Castle's on the last stock, Castle's last stock with 59%, and Empty Cat 47% second stock. Let's try to keep that in mind. Yeah, it did disconnect us. That's the second time. That's really unfortunate. Nintendo Online is not liking us today. So in the case of a room disconnect, do you just play it out from the percent and stocks? Because I had it memorized.
So what I like to do is I like to ask them how they want to do it. But in this case, it's really close to done. It was pretty finite. Yeah, I would just like to recreate the situation. But Smurf is running today's event, so I will have to defer to the man of the hour.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to try to recreate the situation.
I recreate for the situation. Do you mean like the stocks and percent they were at, or?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's only fair too, right? Because that would also affect momentum, player momentum. In this situation, like if you had to replay the entire game as MTCat, that would be kind of exhausting. When you had a lead like that, where you could just lose this game and just lose the set if you had to do it from there. So. Yeah. Nintendo, do be finicky tonight, though.
MTCat had 2 stocks, right?
MTCat had 2 stocks. They were at 59% is what I wrote. I could be slightly off. It could be 57, but it's, you know what? They could just be better. I don't think it needs to be like super precise, but like 2 stocks, 57%, 1 stock, 47%. Let's just do that.
I'm going back. I'll get it.
I think it was 2 stocks, 59%. Pretty sure. But I might have gotten them mixed up slightly when I was writing it down.
Okay, Arena is up. No! Almost there.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the percents, by the way? Was I correct on the 47 and 59, or was it something else?
Yep. 59 for Castle.
No, Empty Cat was at 59. I know the 4 and 5 were the parts that I remembered correctly, at the very least.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's 59 for Castle, 1 stock.
47, but
47.
yeah. 47 and 59. Yeah.
47 for MTCat. Okay. I'll let them know.
I think they're just gonna do 50%. That's pretty fair. 50 and 40? A little bit more? Okay.
He said 84, but he was kind of wrong.
Yeah, there was definitely not 84, but just for. Okay. All right, yeah, we're gonna get back into game 4 here. Might have a very abrupt ending because of the way it's playing out, but sometimes things like this happen. The nature of online. I mentioned before, technical difficulties can happen. They can happen in the case of gameplay too. Castle taking that stock off, that puts MT Cat to 1 more stock. Also getting that side B going, tech chase. They have not. Okay, here's the thing. They're smart for going for these tech chases, but they have never capitalized off of them, I've noticed. Not once. And that diner should have covered that roll too, but I think they just mistimed it. So, I think it might be better if they try to go for a different setup for side B instead. That's gonna be the stock, however. Empty Cat tying up the set 2-2. That was really good pressure there with the ledge trump that forced Castle to make an option off a ledge quickly, and Empty Cat was ready to cover neutral cut up and jump in that instance. Really solid backer there. Game 5. Keep in mind, once again, if Empty Cat wins this game, that will lead to a bracket reset, where Empty Cat could potentially take the tournament from winning that set. Stakes are high. Okay. The side B just rips through a lot of options. And you know, here's another thing about these side B tech chases that Castle keeps going for. MC Cat's also mixing up their options. Not only can Castle not really react to what they're doing, but MC Cat's just being very ambiguous that it's going to be hard to read what they're doing off of it either. Okay. MC Cat so far with the upper hand here. Let's see, let's jump a little bit early, taking a lot of damage as a result with that down air confirm. Castle just goes for the S slash read. They love doing that. There's another spike from Empty Cat, sending them to the bottom of the town. Should have grabbed back throw. Just do it. Border catches the get up. Ties it back up. You know, I honestly think with the way that Castle plays Pyramithra is very odd, right? But I think that the way that they play Pyramithra, they could use Mithra more successfully for swapping to for recoveries and then go back to Pyra. So I think their Pyra neutral play is great. I think they take advantage of their advantage in their advantage of Pyra great as well. They don't switch to Mithra a lot because I can understand that they're probably trying to play a lot more Pyra. But they do switch to Mithra. I feel like they could be more comfortable with switching to Mithra to recover more, and that would help them out a lot because you get greater airspeed and a little bit more drift with your up special as well. I can see the mix-up value though in having this side B though. Pyra's side B doesn't put you into free fall, but Mithra's does. So you can't use both in tangent. And that forward smash, Empty Cat potentially last stock. This is super close, however, Empty Cat could even this right back up. In the whip punish. Every time auto reticle just sets up for an explosive flame kill, that just looks sad. It's like you try to approach, but you just can't do that through that projectile. You just have to respect the auto reticle. Okay. Empty Cat getting through that juggle situation, getting back to ground and find the perfect opportunity for the combo here. Gonna frame trap that air dodge into the dash attack. A ledge trap option. Trying to bait something out. They know that side B is coming so they can block it ready for that option to come through. Once again, I mentioned this before, that was a very habitual option that Castle would use from the corner. And MTK could use that against them. Castle seems to be a little bit more aware that that's a habit. They tried to avoid doing that. Ooh, that was almost it. That was almost it for Castle. I play this very carefully. They mixed up their landing, or they mixed up their option off the ledge. They've been doing a lot of nooch grabs, so they jumped instead, covered themselves with an aerial. And that pressure from MTK, it's been hard for them to get out of his shield right now. Castle makes it down, gets the grab. Fade away, respect that side B. This is a moment where you have to play super careful. You do not want to give MTK the opportunity where MTK will take it. Drag down neutral area into up, so confirmed for MTK's Palutena to bracket reset and reset the momentum.
Wowzer.
Reset.
Reset.
There it is.
Yeah. We get those. We get those.
Get those.
Was not expecting a bracket reset tonight. I felt like Castle was playing super cleanly, but MTK right now.
Yeah.
It's been playing so strongly tonight.
Said I get a loss, you get a loss. Everybody gets one.
Really adaptive.
Think they'll check in time? Oh, they checked in. Wonderful.
Oh yes. Indubitably.
Indubitably. Let's have a show.
No matter what, this will be the final set. Whoever takes 3 games in this set will win it. Let's find out who. I mean, the gates from heaven straight into these up nairs and this up air. Straight into the combos. I like the read attempts. I like the idea. Go to try to read a roll from corner there. Ah! Gonna go for another one though. Something to worry about right now. Putting the pressure hard on MTK landing with that jab too. There's so much hit stun on the up B. You just get advantage for free. If you hit someone while recovering with up B and they're off stage, you just get advantage for free. So it's kind of a good move. Ridiculous amount of hits done. I like how after the backer, they mixed up their drift with a neutral air instead. Whereas the backer would have been less safe. Now they're at such a high percent that their invincibility on ledge is running out very quickly, and their stock will be vanishing off the top too. From the Pyro Aerial. Hey, super deep recovery to make that back. And you can delay that for so long. You know, Castle's really good at spacing these Pyra up Bs to the ledge, actually. Seems like they can mix up their timing on that pretty well. With the resource. That move isn't going over the ledge much at all. think it's the thing, and the reason why they recover with Pyrus so much more is you have a lot more success rate at getting to ledge. And you can mix up your timing, whereas Mithra can only really snap ledge with up B from a certain distance. And side B can't snap at all. Nice tomahawk right there. Always keeping their options fresh. That's a ton of shield pressure. Block all of that. Flame Nova is a big deal for sure. Ooh, yep. Oh, well, Smash catching on the air dodge from the down throw. Nice mix up on Empty Cat's part. Gets the lead. Just controlling a lot of space right now with Palutena's back air there too. Oh! Imagine. Imagine if that hit stun set them up to die for a minute. Because Castle buffered another uppie. Dash attack! Send you off the side! A less than 60% difference right now. Where Castle's trying to make things work. Needs to go into back air. That's 28%. Guess that side B going too. They tried to chase them onto the platform. But Empty Cat responded quickly with an attack to thwart them away. The grab. That could have honestly been a dash up F smash. I think Castle could have done that. And they love doing that too. But they tried to respect their opponent. Yay! Jeez. Seems like there's a lot less cooldown on that side B than they are expecting, because they thought that they could easily grab that, but no! Empty Cat dropping the shield, dodging the grab, and getting that down smash for game number 1 of the reset.
Oh, momentum's building.
Yes, indeed. That must have been super surprising for Castle. So a lot of times they just grab them out of that, but there, nope. Quickest dodge. I think instant down throw into up air only combos because they're not able to react fast enough to DI away. I think that's what it is. I think that's why they're getting that combo. But sometimes they do miss it. Sometimes they can't even get down throw into forward air at early percent too, I noticed. It's good on Empty Cat to wait there, however, still have to pick an option after. And Pyre can quickly throw out another attack after Flame Nova. The cooldown on that move is very low. Okay, good DI, but getting frame trapped into that. Wow! Empty Cat was ready for that whole scenario. So funny. Oh no. Empty Cat, you're not going to be able to make anything of that lead. Trying to jump off of that platform. And Castle just waited before doing so. That was silly. Oh, these combos are coming out. Hang on a minute. That was actually a lot more damage from the Mithra than we've seen from Castle since the first time I saw them in Winners Finals, actually. Admittedly, I haven't seen Castle on stream all that much. I don't know if they've been on stream more. Yeah, that was good Mithra play. Yay! That was unavoidable there. Big punish for that landing down there. Shows that you have to respect that option. And I can see there, off of that down throw, that Empty Cat did DI in there. So they did take the up air because of that DI. Oh, read the roll in there. Pretty close, but Palutena is the equalizer character. In fact, not just equalizing, but taking the lead. Oh, read on the jump. Now you have no resources. You have to land right there. Castle was ready for that. With the grab, the forward throw to toss him away. Another grab on that get up. Alright, an empty cat. Another neutral air in there. Another back air catching the lazy get up. Oh, hang on. I think this might be the stock. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. Empty cat caught the revolt down low. Empty cat is up 2.
Oh boy! This may be it.
Empty cat might have found the answer to a lot of Castle's play. I was just seeing how they've been slowly figuring out a lot of interactions throughout the set. I've remarked on a lot of it. But we're not seeing Castle landing crazy S smashes anymore. We're not really seeing them gain advantage as much anymore. It's becoming a lot harder. And with them getting edge guarded there, even their disadvantage is being picked apart even more. Empty cat got the timing there. And that threatens them even more off stage. Is Castle switching character or stage? Something is changing because they've taken a moment out of the arena. We're seeing a character switch from an all Pyra and Mithra run to Chrom on the verge of being knocked out of tournament. We're gonna have to see how this Chrom handles.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is going to have to be a very effective counter pick. The Empty Cat will finish this off with glory. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Right off the bat, trying to take advantage of the weakness of Chrom's very vulnerable recovery. It's even more vulnerable than Pyra's. Something that you really have to watch out for. Okay. Got the up B. First getting these hits going with the Swift frame data, it's actually really helping them up close for fighting them out when Palutena is trying to fight them away. Beat out the startup of that side B too. This frame data might just be what they needed. Able to cover the spot dodge on the grab with a quick jab, and that jab confirms with even more damage. Aye. Try to get the read on the roll in, but Empty Cat does not give it to them, rolling instead toward the ledge. That'll take the first stock off of Castle with the explosive flame. Empty Cat taking a moment to compose, they're retreating with that warp. Oh, jeez. Now, in all honesty, I haven't talked about it yet, but this matchup is actually a pretty good counter pick on Castle's part here. Chrom can actually be kind of difficult for Palutena to deal with. Noticed it with Nairo's play against Chrom's in tournaments as well. Always been a very close set and a hard one at that as well. Chrom can do quite a lot of work. The thing with Palutena's tools is they don't really invalidate what Chrom wants to do, and Chrom can keep up with her because of his swift movements. And ledge trapping, Chrom is a deadly ledge trapper. Deadly up close too. That jab comes out so quick, and again, because it confirms, it's just hard pressure. And not just the jab. There's another tool up close that's super good, is that down tilt. That down tilt tech chases. 2 frames. I wasn't even gonna remark on a 2 framing, but look at how many 2 frames the Castle just picked up away right there. But it's also safe on block. So you can kind of just throw that out in a close quarter situation to scout out the next option from your opponent. Really solid. The Castle taking the second stock off of Empty Cat, chasing him off of the platform. This movement just able to keep them on the approach. That's insane! That is insane! In all honesty, I don't think that interaction would have worked like that if the back hit of Chrom's jab didn't hit Empty Cat's shield. Because it hit shield, they were in slightly more hit stun. And they whiff punished that attempted grab with the turnaround of the F smash. Jesus. What an unexpected response from Castle, and it worked, taking game 3.
Up. Let's see if our man Empty Cat can make some adjustments, because obviously, you know, you gotta get used to it. You know, that's a different flavor. Kind of felt like a different pace, and it wasn't just, you know, oh, and we're going to a different stage. We're headed to Smashville. Nice. Let's see if Empty Cat makes any changes.
Castle made a lot of adjustments from their play. Like, they didn't play their Crom at all the way they were playing their Pyramithra. And it really showed in their gameplay. It was completely different. It threw Empty Cat off guard, and it worked really well. Gonna see how this game goes on. Switching to the Roy. Roy's also going to favor up close really well. And in fact, even more so with the better damage for hitting the hilt. But if you hit sour spots with Roy, you can still combo off them pretty well. So here you also have a little bit of a better recovery too, to be honest. You're not forced to verticality anymore. And you can recover from more of an angle now with Roy than with Crom, which is a big deal. Roy also has a very strong side B that can kill very well with Rage. Just putting that out there as an example right there. Waiting for the get up attack, dashing in with that quick movement speed from Roy. There's that jab, 2 back air. Respecting the side B. Ledge trump, but gets the sour spot. That's pretty much the only time you don't want sour spots as Roy. When you want to land that kill move, you want it to hit. You want it to matter. Wow, they went all the way out there with that neutral to take the stop. Coming out with all these new tricks against Empty Cat. Proving to be very fruitful for their efforts. Just waiting that out a little bit. They can also kind of wait out recoveries a little bit more too. That's a big deal. Is the backer from Empty Cat. All right, 41% force air dodge out to the ledge you go. Jeez. I don't know how they timed that so well, but Roy is dead from that. Because they were forced to use that jump so early to recover, it made it a lot easier for Empty Cat to catch the timing. And if Empty Cat takes one more stock, that will be it. Castle's definitely not one that can be counted out yet, however. With how convincing that last game was, it's quite possible they can make this comeback, in all honesty. The Roy just works when it works. Picking up on a juggle quite nicely, forcing Empty Cat toward the corner. They committed to that side B with no mix-up. Okay. No way! That's how the tournament goes! There's that one unfortunate thing about Roy's recovery, is that if you angle it too hard, you'll miss the ledge. And that's what happened there. They angled it a little bit too horizontally, and they didn't get enough verticality to grab the ledge, and that's how Empty Cat wins today's NFT Weekly number 2 with a very impressive bracket reset though. Like, they picked up on the knowledge really well and they carried it through, forcing Castle to switch off of the character that they had been winning the whole event with and finishing it off, taking out their Roy. Solid stuff to Empty Cat with the first place, and Castle was second place, and as well to Error for making the top 3. Solid stuff to all of them, and to all of our combatants. Thank you all so much for participating today with the weekly. Thank you for keeping these strong, and we'll hope to see you all again next time.
We'll put the rainbow. Yeah, thank you to everybody for coming out. We'll be shipping out the prizes, that prize money, those NFTs, helping you get situated with those if you're interested in claiming today's commemorative NFTs for the event. So it's like a collector's card. So you'll still have the same thing as the banners you're used to, except other people are interested in trading with them on the market / whatever. And we'll be making games out of them in our arcade. So they have some use case there. So if you want to get started with the games and stuff like that, don't want to wait till later. Accept them. If not, it's cool. They'll be on the market, and they'll be commemorating this event that way. Infinite, is there anything that you'd like to say before we cap things off today?
No, I'm good. Just thanking everyone for coming out. As I said before, the NFTs made before you were made by Smurf. So please give him a round of applause. It's a really good thing, a great thing. So, yes, thank you. Outside of that, I'll be reaching out to everyone who has participated in today's event to go ahead and get you guys taken care of. And yeah, if you guys need any help kind of going through the process, earning your trophies, your tickets or whatever, me and Smurf are in the Discord. Just DM us personally or mention it in a general chat and we'll get to you guys as soon as possible. But that be it, ladies and gents. Have a wonderful night and we'll see you next Wednesday. Well,
yeah, take care, everyone. Commentary tonight provided by the Rainbow Star. Have a great evening and see you all at the next event. See ya.